Check, 1 2 1 2. Test, 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 test.
It should be spiking with that.
Yeah, it's not doing anything.
What if I run this? The computer.
Yeah, it's not doing anything.
Yes, it was. I was getting it live.
Yeah, you were. Check, check, check.
Wait, no, that was probably pulling directly off the camera.
Yeah, it was. All right, let me see that. Where they put it last year.
Oh, it goes right here.
Check, check, check.
Unless I can't see shit.
What is that?
AV out, power. Let's try the headset. Maybe that works.
Check. Test, test, test. 1 2 1 2. Check, check, check. Okay. Are they on?
So when Carly's out of parking,
Oh,
no,
okay.
not yet.
Okay.
She can come
Check,
up here.
check, check.
So we have that backup.
There we go. Yep. Yeah.
Heard it?
I think we're good.
We're good. All right. You can turn everything down.
Okay.
When we're warming up until the game starts, can you leave that mic off?
Yeah.
Like while you're doing your pregame, can you
Yeah.
leave that off?
Yeah.
Because if it picks up the music, YouTube will not let me post it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. All right.
Can I show you this really quick so you can show the said just how to run this?
Yeah, come in here, Rebecca, too, because you may have to
Help out.
help out with it.
So you're gonna watch the clock, and it doesn't have to be perfect. We're not expecting it to be exactly on. You're gonna start and stop the clock as it stops. You're gonna add points as they happen, and then do first down.
Down and distance.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's it.
Start, stop, points.
And obviously change the
Down
period at the end of the
distance.
period. The thing is
got
down. This is down here.
Okay.
In case you guys change any of that stuff.
All right.
Okay, so
We're still getting some kind of audio, Dave.
It shouldn't be. I think it's coming in off the mic input.
It shouldn't be.
Alright.
That wasn't though.
Yeah, it might have been.
It is too.
Yeah. Let's see.
Let me see if I can load this back. It might kill it.
And Lepchak, he's going to put it up into the belly of one of his running backs, Justin Lowry, and Lowry broke it across the 30 out to the 33-yard line.
You know, you can't get complacent here. I know you're up 2 scores, but you can really put this triple offense in a bind if you can stop them and force them, you know, to maybe just pitch the ball every time and get to your assignment, Dave.
Well, talk about efficient. The Lions, one play for that drive, 9 seconds, 44 yards, and a touchdown.
Coach's dream right there.
Leptak, the quarterback, puts Monteleone in motion, and Leptak hands it into the belly of Lowry, and he's going to take it right up the middle again, and they've gone right to the running game, down 14-0. A lot of time left to go in this first quarter, 8:15 left to go, 6 yards on the carry, 2nd and 4. Ball resting at the 43-yard line in Geneva's territory.
We got to get the defense to step up a little bit. That's 2 big plays out of the fullback, so somebody's missing assignment in those A gaps. I just don't know if it was the linebacker or the nose tackle.
Halftime, Ohio State up by 4 scores over Cincinnati, 28-0, and Army at halftime leading Michigan 14-7. Leptak moves a man in motion. That is frankly sent him well.
Fullback again.
And he sends
Good
Lowry
job.
right up the middle. Good play by the defensive line of the Lions. With the tackle, Nick Brokering, the nose guard, just a yard gain, 3rd down and a long 3.
I think as Rick Tomlin's seeing this game unfold, he's got to realize he's got to take away that nose or that 2 A gaps there You got to force their hand to go outside. I mean, you're up 14-0. So, to think they're going to pass here, that's crazy out of the triple option.
Third down, call it a short 4 yards to go. Lowry in the backfield, Luptak under center out of that triple option. They've got Centofanti on the right side. Now he moves in motion. Handoff to Lowry up the middle. He's going to take it across the 40. No, Luptak kept it. Boy, nice fake by Luptak. Cut it across the 50 into Mount St. Joseph territory down to the 44-yard line. Gain of 9 on the play by Luptak on a nice fake, and it's first down for Geneva.
Great call by Geneva right there. I think our defensive end got sucked into going after the fullback there. I don't know if that was purely his assignment. Usually they have that, and the linebackers got the quarterback, but obviously blown assignment by the Lion defense.
Ball at the 46 of the Lions. Luptak with Lowry right behind him. Centofanti on the left-hand side. Monteleone on the right-hand side. Now Monteleone moves in motion. Handoff. Luptak keeps it himself. He's looking to pitch it out. Keeps it across the 40 to the 35. Struggling down. Gets it to the 30 of the Lions. Big gain of about 15 on the carry for Luptak that time, and another first down. They've got the running game going now.
Yes, they do. That's too easy. They sucked you in with 3 straight handoffs to the fullback. When they needed that 5 yards, the quarterback kept it, as you said, and this time he comes out and keeps it again. Again, as we talked, it's assignment football, Dave, and right now the Lions up front and the linebackers are not getting that done. Hopefully we'll rebound right here and hold them to a field goal attempt or move them back here for a punt.
1st and 10 for Geneva. Lowry in the backfield. Luptak under center. Ball at the 30-yard line. Handoff goes to Lowry, and he's going to take it down to the 25. Boy, this drive, they have gouged out some big yardage, Bear. That offensive line doing a nice job for Geneva.
Yeah, that right there, that little line just got off the ball quicker than we did and got onto the linebacker, so they couldn't get to their assignment. That's a great job by Geneva. You got to give them a little credit on that one.
I mean, they're 250, 280, 260, 285, and 260 across that front line.
They got some big boys.
Yeah, and they're all from Pennsylvania, except for one who's out of Kensington, Ohio, Southern Local High School. That's out in Salem. Moving in motion.
Is that your neck of the woods?
A little bit. Luptak under center. Lowry in the backfield. Now Monteleone is going to move in motion.
We got a whistle.
Side judge, right, blew the whistle, and it will be a penalty. Delay of game. Well, you expect a lot more of those early in the season, but 5:13 left to go in this first quarter of play. Lions on top of it.
I'm not sure what the issue was there, Dave. With the triple option, you usually don't call much different formations. As you said, the 2 wings are there, and you go. So I don't know if the play just got called in late there by the coaching staff or what happened. But nonetheless, it's a 5-yard penalty. This is a big second down. You force them into a throwing down here on 3rd down, then, that plays right into the defense's hands.
Geneva, one of the few teams that huddles up anymore, and they've got Luptak. He's going to keep it on the left-hand side, pitches it out to Monteleone on the left sideline inside the 25, and he's going to be run out of bounds at about the 24-yard line.
Just talked about it. Now you give them a short 3rd and 2, and as this type of offense, they'll go for this thing no matter what. If it's 4th and 1, they'll go, but it makes it tough to play the option here when it's 3rd and less than 3.
They have picked up some big yardage on this drive.
Yes, whatever they did in that first drive, they definitely adjusted, and the Lions need to adjust on the other side of the ball and get a stop here.
Luptak 26 yards rushing on 2 carries. Lowry 25 yards on 5 carries. And Lowry sets up at the fullback position right behind Luptak out of the triple option.
We're now in that 50 front, Davis. See if we can get a stop.
Luptak is going to keep it himself. He's going to keep it across the 20 down to the 19. He's got the first down after a gain of 4.
We went to a little 50 front there, hoping we could stuff him up front, but did not get it done. That was a great job by Geneva's O-line, giving him room, and I think he got 4 or 5 out of that.
Nate Stone back into the ball game. Lions doing some rotating across that front 4.
Yeah, as you alluded to, Geneva's big up front, so when they're wearing on you like that, you're going to have some subs to come in and do their job.
Play clock down to 14. As we said, they huddle up all the time.
That's kind of ironic for an option team.
Centofanti on the left-hand side. Monteleone moving in motion to the right. Luptak handoff up the middle to Lowry. Lowry takes it inside the 15 to the 14.
Great tackle by our linebacker. I'm not sure what number that was. Who was
Looked
that?
like Sean
32?
Sullivan. Sean Sullivan
That's
with
Sean
a nice
Sullivan.
tackle.
He got double-teamed on that, Dave, and scraped right off of that to make that tackle. Otherwise, that kid would probably be in the end zone. He just didn't read a good block by the 2 linemen.
Luptak goes all the way over to the sideline and meets head coach Gino DeMarco with the play and then runs back to the huddle. Play clock again down to 15. Lowry in the backfield. Moving out in motion out to the right-hand side is Luke Kadalik. Luptak. Handoff right up the middle to Lowry. Lowry struggles forward down to about the 13-yard line. Good job that time by the Lions defense to hold him to a yard gain. Brings up 3rd down 6.
Great job by the defense up front. They ran a little short motion, and he came back to where he came from, the wing, and then they ran a little trap up front, but the defensive line did an excellent job getting off the ball and making a tackle.
Coming up at halftime, we hope to be talking with Mount St. Joseph University President Dr. James Williams. We've tried to get him on for 2 years. He's never been able to make it, but he's right beside us now. He basically has no choice.
We'll get him today. I promise you that.
He can't leave his office without walking right past us.
I'm going to suspect you're going to see the quarterback keep this and possibly pitch it.
Luptak around the right side. He's going to keep it inside the 10. He's going to take it down to the 8. Again, a nice tackle on the play by the Lions defensive line, Nick Brokering.
Very close to his first down. They may measure. Let's see what they got. Nope, they're going to say it's 4th and short.
4th down short. And it's going to be about a yard. They've got to get down inside the 7.
This is a tough situation for a defense playing this triple option, Dave. They can give it to the fullback and get the first down. He can pull it quickly and get outside, and then there's room to run for either the quarterback or the tailback.
1:42 and running left to go in this first quarter. Lions lead at 14-0.
This is where we'll find out how disciplined we are on D.
Luptak under center. On 4th down, less than a yard to go. Lowry moves up a yard in the backfield. Luptak's going to keep it. He's going to be hit right at the line, and he's going to struggle forward. I think he's got it inside the 7. That second effort by Luptak, the quarterback. He was stopped by Brokering, and Sean Sullivan came up and tried to help Brokering, but they stopped him. Well, let's see. They're going to put it right at the 7.
They gave him the first down. They didn't even measure. They gave him the 1st and goal here.
So it's 1st and goal for Geneva at the 7-yard line of the Lions. At the 7. Boy, nice play by the Lions defense.
Yeah, that was excellent play up front. They did a great job getting a little stalemate there, and quarterback pulled it out and then followed the fullback, and that's how he got the first down. But, the only positive come out of this right now is they're making them use a lot of clock. But we got to get a stop and hold them to 3.
Monteleone on the right. Moving in motion to the left-hand side is Centofanti. Handoff up the middle to Lowry, and he's going to take it into the end zone for the score. 7-yard run by Lowry, and it cuts the Lions' lead to 14-6.
Just a lot of dose of that fullback on that series, and when you give up that much, running game in the middle, that makes it tough to defend the triple option.
So a nice drive by Geneva as they cut the lead, or could cut it in half here with 47.9 seconds to go in this first quarter. 14-6. In to attempt the extra point is Daniel Nordas. Nordas, the 5'9", 160-pounder out of Florida. He's a sidewinder, right-footed kicker, puts it up and puts it through. There's 47.9 seconds to go in the first quarter of play, and your score on the Invisible Ink Tattoo Remover scoreboard, it is the Lions 14, Geneva 7. Decided a tattoo you had done isn't for you anymore, but you don't want to go through the long, tedious, and sometimes painful removal process? Now you can have it removed with integrity and zero judgment at Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers.
At Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers, we utilize ink analytics, our plastic surgeon-developed diagnostics. Our exclusive ink analytics system lets us measure your tattoo against more than 60,000 treatments completed by our team. Reviewing over 40 unique factors about your skin and tattoo, ink analytics is able to predict the number of treatments you'll need to remove your ink, taking the guesswork out of tattoo removal. Because we're so confident in ink analytics, we guarantee our results, which means if your ink is gone before 8 treatments, we will prorate and give you money back. And if your ink is not gone in 8 treatments, we'll continue to treat you at no cost for up to a year. That's the Invisible Ink Guarantee.
Located in Greater Cincinnati at 119 Fairfield Avenue in Bellevue, Kentucky. Schedule a free consultation today by calling them at 866-219-0672. Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers. Well, 7-yard run by Justin Lowry has cut the Lions' lead in half, 14-7 with 47.9 seconds to go. Speakman back set to return with Cornell Beecham as Nordas will kick it off, and it'll be taken in by Speakman near the sideline at the 13-yard line. He's going to cut it to the 15, to the 20. He's got some green to the 25, but he's going to be hit head-on at about the 27-yard line.
I believe that was the kicker that had to make the tackle there.
17-yard return by Speakman. Lions will start 1st and 10 from their own 27.
Well, let's see what we do here, Dave. We've had a couple decent drives. Like you said, we struck in 9 seconds on that last touchdown, but now let's see if we can get the offense moving. As you noticed, the secondary of Geneva has really struggled, but you got to give credit to the O-line of the Lions. They've given Tomlin a lot of time to make his decisions, and when you get that, I think you can pick anybody apart.
Well, we expected this game to be a contrast in styles, and that's exactly what it is. Lions passing game against Geneva's running game, and both teams so far have been successful. Tomlin, handoff to Michael Williamson, who's into the ball game, and Williamson with that sprained ankle takes it up to the 28-yard line. Boy, Williamson was really a star the last 4 games of the season a year ago. Solidified his spot coming into this season as the starting running back, but in the scrimmage last week, he suffered a sprained ankle. The Lions were hoping they didn't have to play him today with the bye week next week. Gains about a half yard on the play. 2nd down, call it a long 9 yards to go from their own 28-yard line. Tomlin with Williamson right behind him. Looks over the situation, handoff to Williamson off right tackle, cuts it to the outside to the 30-yard line. He's going to gain about a yard on that play, brings up 3rd down and 8, and that will do it for the end of the first quarter. So your score at the end of 1 period of play from Schuler Field on the opening day of the 2019 college football season. Mount St. Joseph 14, Geneva 7.
Mount St. Joseph University is the Catholic university on a mission to give education greater purpose. Located on the west side of Cincinnati, the Mount is dedicated to helping students become competent, compassionate, critical thinkers, ready to make a meaningful impact on the world. Nearly 99% of those who earn a degree from Mount St. Joseph University are employed, enrolled in graduate studies, or volunteering within 6 months of graduation. Discover your mission by visiting msj.edu.
Every day is a great day at the Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza. The Wishbone Tavern still serves the best wings and burgers in town, but now they offer brunch on Saturday and Sunday starting at 10 a.m. And for your next event, use the Wishbone Tavern's party room, capable of holding up to 60 people. Contact Nicole for a reservation. With a menu full of fresh ingredients, hand-breaded appetizers, and a relaxed family-type atmosphere, your good time will begin when you walk in the door. The Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza, a proud member of the community, open Monday through Friday at 11, Saturday and Sunday at 10. Well, as we come back to Schuler Field, Lions going from right to left across your computer screen now to open the second quarter of play. They've got 3rd down, call it a long 8 yards to go. Tomlin, fake handoff, throws out to the left flat, and it is incomplete. Tried to get it to Chase Pankey, and a nice defensive play by Geneva's left cornerback, Ryan Signorella.
Tomlin would probably like that one back. I don't know if they picked it up, but the linebackers are blitzing a lot when it's 3rd and long or 2nd long. He had Nick Murphy wide open in the middle field on that one. Just didn't see him.
So it brings up 4th down and 8 yards to go. And coming in to punt the football away will be Patrick Murray. Excuse me, that's Max Shumowski. Shumowski is the kicker out of Knoxville, Tennessee, a 6-foot, 180-pound freshman. Low snap. Shumowski, a left-footed kicker, gets a high spiral that's going to be taken in at the 40-yard line by Tyler Cann, and Cann is going to backpedal, and he's going to be brought down at the 35, make it the 37-yard line.
Not a bad punt for the freshman, I believe. And, I was talking to Coach Hop earlier in the week, and he said it was up in the air whether it was going to be him or it was going to be Patrick. And, it's good to see him get his first punt off like that here in the second quarter, and it was a good one. And hopefully he'll settle in, and hopefully we don't need him much anymore, Dave.
Oh, well, we got an opportunity. You want to send out some birthday celebratory news for Dakota Warren, one of our friends out of Waynesville. So happy birthday to him. 14:44 left to go in this first half of play. 14-7 Lions on top of it. Luptak leading the charge for the Golden Tornadoes. Handoff goes to Lowry right up the middle, and he's going to struggle forward for a gain of about 2 up near the 40-yard line.
As you said in the last series here, it's a different type of contrasting offense on both sides of the ball. They're just going to plug away. They're going to give that ball to fullback and let him be a workhorse and wait for you to make that mistake on assignment football, as we talked earlier. As soon as you bite in, he'll pull it out and he's gone.
Second down, about 8 yards to go. And I guess we've got a problem with the scoreboard right now. The officials, looks like they're going to keep the time on the field. Well, it's a brand new scoreboard. You'd expect some kinks. This is the first game of the year.
Absolutely. Hopefully they'll get that adjusted and fixed for us.
You know, we talked a little bit, Bear, about the new scoreboard and how gorgeous it is, but they've done some improvements here to the press box also, and that is really something.
Yes, it is. They've done a great job. They've put a presidential suite right here in the middle, and it's great to see us entertain some host in there. The President Williams is in there watching this great game on a great afternoon. And
we can tell you exactly what the president is eating right now. He just took a big chomp out of a hot dog.
Sounds like that's what we need to have now.
I mean, folks, I'll tell you one thing. We give you the action on the field and also in the president's box right now.
You can't beat that.
All right, now I think we've got the scoreboard. Well, maybe we've got the scoreboard situation settled.
Let's see if we can get a good stance here. As I said, you want to make it 3rd and long on these option teams. If they get 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4, that's tough to defend.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Luptak puts Monteleone in motion. Handoff. Luptak's going to keep it himself on the belly dive, and he takes it up to the 42, maybe near the 43-yard line. Gain of 3, and it brings up 3rd down and 4 yards to go. I know it's just the second play of this drive, though, Bear, but one thing about it, the Lions defense, when they just came over and talked with Rick Thompson, it looks like they made some adjustments.
They did. Again, for me as a former coach, I think it's tough if you can let them hang around 3rd and 5. You can get them on that 3rd and 7. Now they're on the cusp, but hey, we may have to pull it off that fullback all the time. But great read by the quarterback from Geneva. I mean, he read the outside backer, went outside, he pulled it and went inside.
Brings up 3rd and 4 from the 43-yard line of Geneva. And Luptak hands it off to Lowry. Lowry takes it up to the 45-yard line. He's going to be about 2 yards shy of a first down after a gain of 2.
He wanted to pull that, Dave, and that almost was a fumble there. He looked back as he didn't mean to leave it in the belly of him, but Justin went ahead and took the carry and got him down to about 4th and a few, I'd say a half a yard.
David Guck from Elder making the tackle, and now Guck's going to leave the football game, and Alvin Burke will come in. 4th down, it's a yard to go, a little bit more than a yard to go, and it looks like Geneva's going to go for it, or at least try to. The play clocks are down. They're being held on the back on the field, and so we got to look at the back judge to see when that 10-second mark is counted. Luptak on 4th down and a yard to go. Are they just going to try to draw the Lions off? And they will.
Yeah, they did. They called a timeout.
That was actually Anthony Cervoni into the game at quarterback that time. The sophomore 5'11", 190-pounder out of Trafford, Pennsylvania. He was in, tried to get the count for the Lions to come off sides, but he didn't, so they took a timeout, and it will bring up still a 4th down and a yard to go with 13-12 left in this first half.
Yeah, Anthony was in on that last play. He was the one that tried to pull the ball out of Justin's belly, and that, unfortunately for Geneva, Justin wrapped it up and got to where he did, but I don't understand sometimes as a former special teams coach, you go out there and you try and get them to jump all sides, and I know you burn a timeout here. Why not just take the penalty if you got faith in your special teams? Especially your punter.
Now the sun's starting to peek through the clouds here at Schuler Field in Cincinnati. Thought it was a great day for football. Boy, overcast skies, temperature around 70 degrees. The rain came early in the pregame and then subsided, and now we've got sunshine peeking through.
It's beautiful out there. This is the perfect weather for the fans and for a player. That turf down there tends to get hot, so being in the 70s is awesome.
Geneva's going to go for it again after that timeout on 4th and a yard. They'll move a man in motion. Cervone's going to keep it. He's going to keep it off the right guard, and he's going to struggle forward for a gain of 2, and he's got the first down.
That's the play the last series they ran to get that first down inside the 10. They came back with it. They're counting on him following the fullback, and now the fullback becomes another blocker. He just followed him, as you said, and got plenty of yards for the first down.
Here's the thing, though, Dan. In the last drive, they were knocking off 5-7 yards a carry. In this drive, they're down to 2 or 3 yards a carry.
Yes, but the thing that you got to watch for, Dave, is those D linemen. Hopefully they're going to be subbing people in and out because those big boys on the Geneva O-line are wearing them down.
First down 10 from the 49-yard line. Cervoni still in a quarterback. Bobbled the snap from center, picked it up, ran right behind his right guard across the 50 into Mount St. Joseph territory for a gain of 4 to the 47-yard line.
And that's why a lot of teams who run this triple option like it. I mean, they made a mistake with a fumbled snap, as you said, and he just became a running back and followed his fullback, and here he picks up 4.
They're in the third quarter at the Horseshoe. Ohio State still up 28-0. Michigan still down with 8:53 to go to Army, 14-7. 49-20, Maryland over Syracuse.
I believe Army's running that triple option.
And I think they still are. I think they've ran that since World War II. Cervoni's going to pitch it out around the left-hand side. He's got Monteleone. Monteleone's got room to the 35-30, and he's going to throw a forearm.
There might be a flag.
There should be a flag. Looked like he threw a punch.
Yes, he did.
At the Lions defender at the 23-yard line. That was Peyton Lugers that got hit with a punch.
They did not see that one.
How could you not?
Clearly from our angle, we're not on the field, but he definitely wound up and threw a punch.
He looked like Mike Tyson. I mean, I've heard of stiff arms, but that was a bent arm turning into a stiff arm on the right jaw. Wow, ball down to the 22-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go for Geneva with 11:30 left to go in this first half.
We got to get a little push up front. That O-line is firing off the ball and getting a little bit more leverage than we are.
Cervoni still in a quarterback. Moves Monteleone in motion.
There
Cervoni
it is.
hands off to the fullback, Lowry. And Lowry's hit right at the line of scrimmage and no gain on the play. This defense is getting used to this offense. Yes. Even though that was a big play.
I think that was number 96 who made an initial contact. That Lowry, fullback, is tough to bring down, but his job is just to get to the A-gap, and he did. He beat him off the ball there, and a great job making initial contact, and the rest of the defense pursuing.
J.J. Courtney with the tackle. Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball right at the original line of scrimmage, the 22 of Mount St. Joseph.
See, here's where it's tough for the D. You think they're going to not give it to the fullback.
And Cervoni, he's going to keep it himself around the left-hand side. He's going to be hit at the 20, but struggles forward to the 19. Gain of 3 on the play.
The Mount signaling a fumble down there, but it doesn't look like the officials agree with him right now, Dave.
So a gain of 3. Ball inside the 19 of the Lions, and it'll bring up third down, 7 yards to go. Well, they'll put it right at the 18-yard line. Still third down and a long 7.
This is where you want the triple option to be, as I've been talking about. Now, you can't sit back and not worry about the fullback. Again, you got to do your assignment. But he's a big boy to bring down with one guy, so hopefully our linebackers make a good play here and don't let them get outside.
10 minutes and running left to go in the first half. Lowry, the setback and the triple option. 2 running backs out at the wing positions. Cervoni's going to keep it on the belly dive, pitch it off to Cervantes, and he's going to be hit at the 15 and knocked out of bounds they're going to say short of the 15 at about the 17-yard line. No gain on the play. It brings up fourth down, 5.
Great defense right there. They did a great job. The linebacker forced the pitch early, then they squeezed him to the sideline, and now you got him in a big fourth down. I think they're going to kick the field goal here.
And they will bring in their field goal unit. Coming in to attempt it will be Daniel Nordas.
Boy, it'd be nice to see a fumbled snap right here and pick it up and go the other way. Reward you.
Luke Kadlicek is the holder. Nordas, right-footed kicker. He's going to kick it from the 24, making it a 34-yard attempt. Ball in the far hash mark. High snap. Got it down. Low line drive kick, and it is no good. Wide left. 9:36 left to go in this first half. Your score from Schuler Field. It's the Lions 14, Geneva 7.
At Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers, we utilize ink analytics, our plastic surgeon-developed diagnostics. Our exclusive ink analytics system lets us measure your tattoo against more than 60,000 treatments completed by our team. Reviewing over 40 unique factors about your skin and tattoo, Ink Analytics is able to predict the number of treatments you'll need to remove your ink, taking the guesswork out of tattoo removal. Because we're so confident in Ink Analytics, we guarantee our results, which means if your ink is gone before 8 treatments, we will prorate and give you money back. And if your ink is not gone in 8 treatments, we'll continue to treat you at no cost for up to a year. That's the Invisible Invisible Ink guarantee.
Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers works with integrity. Using the innovative Pico Way laser technology, Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers is on the leading edge. Located in Greater Cincinnati at 119 Fairfield Avenue in Bellevue, Kentucky. Schedule a free consultation today by calling them at 866-219-0672. Well, back here at Schuler Field, and while you were away, Chayton Tomlin dropped back in the shotgun position, saw an opening, and ran it up the middle for about 8 yards out to the 28-yard line. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 2 for the Lions, going from right to left. Handoff going to Williamson, and Williamson takes it across the 30, down to the 31-yard line for a gain of 3 and a first down for the Lions.
The Lions definitely have changed their style of offense the last 2 series. As you said, Williams is in running back a lot more. They're trying to run the ball more, and I think that philosophy right there is to keep Geneva's offense off the field, because that triple option, when you leave your defense out there, as I said earlier, 70 degrees is great, but that sun beating on that AstroTurf is hot. And so they're doing a nice job moving the chains here and giving the defense a rest.
Chase Samples into the ball game. He comes out wide to the left-hand side. Cooper Earls out wide to the right. Cornell Beecham slot left. Ball in the middle of the field. Michael Williamson to the right of Tomlin. He drops straight back on 1st and 10 from the 32. Flips it into the middle of the field. It is complete to Samples at the 36-yard line. They'll give him out to the 37. That's a gain of 5 on that pass completion, and it brings up 2nd and 5.
Great read by Tomlin right there. He took what they gave him. He picks up about 5 or 6 yards. Now they're in 2nd and short. You can do what you want here with the ball.
Williamson still in at running back. He lines up right behind Tomlin in the pistol. Ball on the near hash mark. 2 receivers out wide to the far hand side. Beecham in the slot to the left. Now moving in motion is Earls. Dropping back Tomlin. Throws it out into the flat, and it is complete to Chase Samples at about the 42-yard line, and a first down after a 7-yard completion.
Boy, Dave, he was well covered, but just a great ball by Tomlin. Right on the money. Nowhere the defense could get to the ball. That moves the chains once again.
We'll interview Tomlin coming up before the game in 2 weeks against Anderson. We've already got it set up, but I had an opportunity to stop and talk to his family at the tailgating earlier this morning. That's an adventure. With it is Williamson around the left-hand side off the handoff. He's going to struggle forward out to the 44-yard line for a gain of a yard. They are a fun family, and you can see where Chayton Tomlin gets his personality.
You got to have a little personality playing that quarterback position. Otherwise, you can't lead a team.
Last game of the year is in the Bronx, Bear. Can you imagine Chayton Tomlin, last game of his career in New York?
Oh, I couldn't imagine that. But New York, you better get ready, my friend.
Better. He may have the bearskin coat in New York at that time. Tomlin's going to roll out to the right. He's got a lot of space, but he's going to tuck it under, cut it across the 45, and he's going to be hit and run out of bounds at the 48-yard line. He had given himself up and was going out of bounds, but the defensive back for Geneva, Gary Weaver, came up and hit him, but he was still in bounds. It was a legal hit.
Absolutely. The ref was right on top of it. No call. It leaves the Mount with about a 3rd and 5 or 6. Let's see if we can convert right here and, again, keep the defense off the field, and let's go down the field and score.
Earls trips out to the near side. Ball on the far hash mark. Beecham in the slot to the left, along with Pankey. And Earls out wide to the left-hand side.
We need to get that ball in Beecham's
Williamson
hands.
Off to the right. Tomlin rolls out, takes a step. He's going to throw it up the right side. He's got a receiver, and it is incomplete. Chase Samples went up and couldn't come down with the football.
Wow, but crowd's getting rowdy there, Dave. I think he got a little contact early there.
Maurice Washington was the defensive back there to try to knock the ball away, but Samples had gotten behind him. He just could not come down with the football. 4th down 5, and in to punt the football away for the 2nd time for the Lions is Max Suchomowski.
Suchomowski. I don't think I could say that.
I don't think I said it right either. Suchomski. That's what it is. Suchomski. I apologize. High.
Need a
end
roll.
over end kick. It's going to hit at the 25. Bounce inside the 20. Take a Mount St. Joseph bounce, and it will be down inside the 10 at the 13-yard line. At the 15, down to the 13-yard line. 5:52 remaining to go in the first half. It's 14-7. The Lions on top of Geneva. Minutemen Staffing wants you. Currently, Minutemen has more positions than workers. Are you in need of work? Maybe a change in direction? Were you laid off and need money to tide you over? Minutemen can help you out, in most cases on a temporary to permanent work assignment. Many companies have realized the advantages of hiring all their workers through Minutemen Staffing. If you have warehouse, forklift, welding, general labor, or any other kind of industry experience, give Minutemen a call at 513-579-0010 or stop in at 6600 Dixie Highway in Fairfield to fill out an application. We'll put you to work within 24 hours. We go the extra mile to make sure your new position will be the right one. That's what separates Minutemen Staffing from the rest. With more than 35 years experience in the area, Minutemen Staffing can turn your life around. We're proud that we're helping put Cincinnati back to work. Minutemen Staffing, located in Fairfield at 6600 Dixie Highway. Minutemen Staffing, call today at 579-0010. Minutemen Staffing is an equal opportunity employer. Well, Luptak is back in at quarterback, and he just ran it around the left-hand side for about 4 yards, taking it out to the 18-yard line. Brings up second down, 6 yards to go. Luptak started the game, was replaced by Cervoni on the last drive, and now he's back in, and the handoff goes to Lowry. Lowry breaks into the clear to the 30, 35, 40, into Mount St. Joseph territory at the 50, to the 30, 25, 20. One man to beat, that's Speakman, and he beats Speakman to the end zone for the score.
That's that triple option there, Dave. You know, we talk about a blown assignment. Nobody filled that gap, and Luptak saw it, handed it off, and Justin ends up in the end zone.
82 yards for the score with 4:55 remaining to go in the half, and it's 14-13 Lions, and Geneva looking to tie it up with the extra point. Boy, this has been a game of big plays on both sides, and Lowry just ran one for 82 yards and the score. In to attempt the extra point, Daniel Nordas to tie this thing up. Ball is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. We're all knotted up. 4:55 to go in the first half of play. And your score on the Invisible Ink Tattoo Remover scoreboard, it's the Lions 14, Geneva 14.
This is why we love sports. It's in the way they play, free from the pressures and all the money talk. Playing for simply the love of the game, where everyone has a shot at their definition of success on and off the field. This is what we love about sports, and what we can still love about college sports.
How many homeowners does it take to change to Energy Star qualified light bulbs? Answer, all of them. And they have every reason to. The bulbs look really cool. They come in spiral, mini spiral, and A-line shapes. They last and last, up to 10 times longer than traditional fixtures. And they use 2/3 less energy. That's win-win-win. Cool lighting, cool temperatures, cooler energy bills. From the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency.
Well, with 4:55 remaining to go in this first quarter of play, it is the first half of action, 14-14, we're all knotted up. Speakman and Beecham in the back around the 5-yard line to receive this kickoff, and Nordas is going to kick it short.
He's going to get it.
Taken by Beecham at the 16-yard line. Stutter steps to the 15, to the 20, out to the 30-yard line, struggles forward to the 32.
Not a bad little return on the short kick there. I think they just didn't have blockers up front moving up on that ball, and he did what he could. Not bad. We'll take that. Let's see if the offense can get something going.
Ohio State still on top of Cincinnati 28-0, and Michigan has scored to make it 14-13.
Who's winning that game, Army or Michigan?
Well, right now it's Army leading 14-13, but Michigan going for the extra point. Flip out into the right flat, going to Jake Kilgore. Kilgore caught it at about the 28-yard line, struggles forward across the 30 to the 35. It's a gain of 3 on the play, and it brings up second down, 7 yards to go as Trevor Tomey comes back in for Kilgore.
I know they like to give Tomey some touches here, but every now and then hopefully they can get a little play-action fake and get one down the middle of the field like they did early on in the game.
Just one score out of the Heartland Conference. That's Center over Hanover right now. 13 minutes to go in the first half. 21-7, Center. Dropping back, Tomlin looks right, now goes left. He's got a receiver complete on a nice catch out under the right flat by Chase Samples.
Samples, I'll tell you what, that young man's getting some work in today. He did a great job maintaining control of that ball.
8 yards completion, first down for the Lions, out to their own 44. First and 10, 4 minutes to go. Lions have all 3 timeouts remaining. Tomey still in the backfield with Tomlin. Trips out to the far side, ball in the near hash mark. Hand off to Tomey, right up the middle. Cuts it across the 50, and he's going to be stopped and down. He was upended and came down right on top of his helmet and bounced back up in the air and came down right at midfield after a gain of 6. And he's going to come out of the ball game.
Yeah, I don't know if that was due to hitting his head like that, Dave. I think they had another running back ready to go in. But what a great job. 2 plays in a row. If you watch film, that young man made a great block on the play before to give Tomlin time to make a throw to Samples.
Second down, call it 4 yards to go for the Lions right at midfield. Tomlin with Williamson. Fake handoff, throws it out into the flat, complete to Murphy. Murphy at the 45, 40, cuts it to the right to the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, and he's going to be hog-tied and brought down at the 5-yard line. There should be a penalty there, but no call.
No call, but what a great job outside. Murphy saw the seam and catches the ball on the bubble screen. Great blocking out there by the Lions, and the result is inside the 10.
So the Lions have the football, first and goal at the 5-yard line of Geneva. 2:53 and running left to go in this first half.
Well, you hate to say it because you want to score here, Dave, but with Geneva and that triple option, they can score big too.
Play clocks are shut off here. They're not working. Haven't been since the beginning. Tomlin, fake handoff. Now rolls to his left. Looks into the end zone. Sees some green. He's going to cut it to the corner of the end zone. Dives in. Touchdown. Tomlin saw the avenue and took it. And he gets his first touchdown of the year, and the Lions have regained the lead at 20-14, 2:31 left to go in the first half.
You talk about discipline from your senior quarterback. Paul Miner was wide open in the middle. By the time Tomlin saw him, he turned his shoulder, squared up, saw him again, but Paul didn't see the defender, so he tucks it and scores. Great job by the quarterback, Tomlin.
Spencer Dufresne will come in to attempt the extra point. Lions lead it again. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up by Dufresne, and it is good. 2:31 left to go in the half. It's now the Lions 21, Geneva 14. Need dinner quick for you and the kids? Hit Facebook right now and order from F&N Good Chicken Tenders on 5102 Crookshank Road. Feed the kids, the family. Order a combo for yourself. Eat garden style or feed the peeps. Let the guys at F&N Good Chicken Tenders cater your next get-together, and everyone will thank you. Hand-breaded chicken tenders, homemade sauces, and coleslaw to die for. It's all at F&N Good Chicken Tenders, located at 5102 Crookshank Road. Order now at 451-3000. F&N Good Chicken Tenders. Real chicken, real fast, real good. Life should be enjoyed, so get up and start. At Iron Sharpens Iron Personal Training, they develop a healthy relationship with you and provide a positive, encouraging environment to train. The staff at Iron Sharpens Iron will set up a personal training system that fits you and you alone, and your first session is free. Are you ready to have fun and get in shape? Iron Sharpens Iron serves the greater Cincinnati area. Check them out at isi-pt.com. That's isi-pt.com. Or call them today at 513-748-1538. 2:31 remaining to go in this first half. Chayton Tomlin with a 7-yard touchdown run. Lions lead it by 7 again, 21-14. Kick by Dufresne, taken in by Geneva at the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Out to the 20, well, they didn't, to the 25, out to about the 27-yard line, returning the ball, Frankie Centofanti.
Well, here's the situation. We're up 7, Dave. You got a triple option. You know they're not going to score over the top throwing the ball. Do you commit, try and get a stop here? They only got 2 timeouts. You'd love to go into halftime with a 7-point lead.
Well, the Lions have got all 3 timeouts, so if they could conceivably stop these guys on 3 straight downs, they'd have plenty of time to work with.
Absolutely. Would love to see us force them to punt the ball again and see what we can do with it.
Ball just shy of the 29-yard line. And it looks like Luptak still in at quarterback now for Geneva. Under center, that is Luptak. He's going to keep it around the left-hand side. Cuts it behind the left guard out to the 35, make it the 36-yard line. He's got a gain of 7. It brings up second down, and about 3 yards to go.
Good decision right there by Luptak. I mean, he saw what the Lions gave him up front, just followed his fullback.
Second down, 3 yards to go. Luptak with Lowry right behind him. Has Centofanti out to the left-hand side and Monteleone to the right-hand side. Clock running, 1:50 to go in this first half. Monteleone in motion.
Oh.
Lowry, Centofanti.
Great
now Luptak.
play.
Luptak's got the football, and he's going to be dropped behind the line. Back at the 33-yard line, loss of 3. It brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go. And let's see, the Lions are letting the clock run. They're not going to use one of their 3 timeouts.
That was Sean Sullivan, the linebacker, number 32. If you watch the play down there, the Lions basically said in the last 2 plays they were going to give you the middle. On that time, he chose the blitz and did a great job of reading it and wrapped up the quarterback, Luptak.
Bear, with Nate Stone back, the Lions may have the best pair of linebackers in the Heartland.
Well, I can't wait to watch them play in the Heartland, and I'm excited, like you said, they might have the best in the Heartland. I think the Lions did a great job there defensively. They said, we'll give you the middle, but we're not going to let you break one. We're going to force you to either let the clock run or burn timeout.
I think if the Lions stop them here on 3rd down, they'll use one of their timeouts.
I agree. They had to call timeout themselves. They were not ready.
Geneva wasn't ready. They take a timeout. When we return, it'll be 3rd down, 7 yards to go, 57 seconds to go in the first half. It's the Lions 21, Geneva 14.
The School of Health Sciences at Mount St. Joseph University is a proven leader in healthcare education. The Mount offers bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees in nursing, including a blended online RN to BSN program and the innovative MSN Magellan program. For nearly 100 years, Mount St. Joseph University has produced outstanding healthcare professionals. Learn more at msj.edu/health sciences.
57 seconds left to go in this first half of play. Lions lead it by 7, 21-14.
Yep. Tough situation for the Lions here, Dave. As a coordinator, if they get a first down, you're not disappointed. But as an offensive coordinator, you're like, get the stop and get them back. But you can't let them get outside with this ball. You got to just be really sound here. And then, you keep them in field. They got 1 timeout left. If you stop them, you call timeout. If they get the first down, obviously you let the clock run as much as you can.
Lowry behind Luptak. At the tailback position, Luptak under center at quarterback, out of the triple option. 3rd down, 7 yards to go, ball resting at the 33-yard line in Geneva territory. Luptak takes the snap. He's going to keep it around the left-hand side. He's going to be hit at the 35, brought down. There's a flag down. Ball's loose on the field. Lions have recovered the football. They're going to take it back to the 30-yard line, but remember, there is a flag down. They're going to take it inside the 25 and finally run out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Who is that? Looked like number 90 for the Lions had the ball, Alvin Burke.
Unfortunately, Dave, I think this is going to come back to Geneva. We either got a face mask. We have face mask, I think. Let's see what we got.
Let's see. It's going to be a hold against Geneva.
Excellent.
Ball is going to the Lions.
We just talked about it. They got plenty of time to score here, and you got to give the defense credit there. We talked about it as we came back. They were going to try and get outside, and I think the D coordinator, Rick Thompson, knew that, and he played it well.
So the ball is in Geneva territory. Let's see where they finally do spot it. They haven't spotted the football yet. Now they're going to put it at the 24-yard line of Geneva. Lions have 3 timeouts remaining and 41.8 seconds to go. And for Chayton Tomlin, that's an eternity.
Absolutely. Don't be afraid to run this ball. They're going to blitz their linebackers. You get through there. You got 1 man to beat, and that's the safety. You got 3 timeouts, and you're right, that's an eternity.
Williamson in the backfield with Tomlin. Receivers out wide on both sides. Dropping back is Tomlin. He's going to throw the flare out in the middle, and it's going to hit one of the offensive linemen incomplete.
That was the screen. That was the screen coming back. And for some reason, I think he got caught up in the line there and tripped maybe. And Tomlin just had to throw it away.
Hit Andrew Weeks in the back. Incomplete. 2nd down.
It was there. If he could have completed that, he'd been up in the middle of the field. Like I said, the only man left was the safety, and the linebackers blitz like they have been doing all game.
Williamson in the backfield.
We'll have to see him roll out here and give him a choice to throw or run because it's hard to catch this young man at quarterback. He's got that senior leadership.
Beecham out wide left. Dropping back is Tomlin. Looks to his left. He's going to throw it into the flat, and it is complete to Beecham. Knocked it into the air to himself. To the 20, to the 15. Scatterbugs down to the 15. Now he's going to cut up the middle, and he's going to be taken down at the 10-yard line. That's exactly what we saw last week against Center. This kid never goes down.
What a job concentrating on the football. Could have been a pick. He goes back and gets it and gets upfield for a first down and plenty of time with 23 seconds, but I think we're going to take a timeout.
They are. Timeout taken by the Lions. We saw that last week. This Beecham kid is something else. You talk about a scatterbug. He was all over the place. First of all, he knocked the ball up in the air to himself, then cut to the left, back to the right, and was juking people out trying to get into the end zone, and they finally brought him down. They're going to mark him down at the 11.
He did a great job, like you said, jitterbugging around there, but you know what? That young man will not go down with one guy. You're going to have 2 or 3 gang tackle that man.
I asked Hop this week when we talked whether or not Beecham's thighs were wider than his waist, and he said the thighs are wider than his waist. Boy, if I could say that, I'd be thrilled.
Yeah, I hear you as I'm getting ready to eat pizza. So again, we got plenty of time with 23 seconds and 2 timeouts. The run is not out of the picture. I know we like to throw the ball, but the defense has got to be thinking that.
So it's 1st and 10 from the 11 of Geneva. Lions can conceivably get a first down without scoring here. Elijah Bugg is into the ballgame now for the Lions. He's the 4th running back on the 2-deep chart. He's off to the right of Tomlin.
Little cover 2. Let's see, we got down the middle of the
field. Tomlin drops back, looks to the left. He's going to throw it into the end zone. Now completes it at the 7, again to Beecham. Beecham cuts back to the right, and he's going to be brought down at the 5. He never gives up on a play, Bear. He's down at the 5 after a gain of about 6 on the completion. It's 2nd down 4.
And that should have probably been a gain of 1. That young man made some moves there. I thought he was going to get in the end zone for a second, but...
Lions will use their 2nd timeout. 14.1 seconds to go.
Yep, we'll see what happens here. I'm not sure what they'll come up with offensively, Dave. They've got all the options in the world to do here. Like I said, Geneva just keeps bringing their linebackers. The middle of the field is wide open. But again, I'm a stick. I like Tomlin getting outside possibly and letting him either throw it or tuck it and go.
At halftime, we hope to be talking with University President Dr. James Williams. That coming up at halftime here on UltimateSportsTalk.com. Dave Mitchell with Dan Benjamin here bringing you this game. 14.1 seconds to go. 21-14 Lions. And they're looking to add that heading in at halftime. Pankey breaks the huddle from the sideline. He's going to go out wide right. Beecham slot right. Ball on the near hash mark. Paul Miner is out to the left-hand side. He's going to go wide left, and Nick Murphy goes slot left.
That might be a fade opportunity for Paul.
Elijah Bugg now moves to the right of Tomlin, now moves over to the left of Tomlin as Tomlin resituates him. Don't know what is happening on the play clock, but because they're down right now. Tomlin.
Middle of the field.
He's going to look to his left, rolls out to the short side, throws into the end zone, complete on a nice catch. Is that Nick Murphy? What a catch by Murphy as he stayed in bounds, put 1 foot down in the sideline of the end zone and collected the ball in for the score. It's 27-14.
What a throw by Tomlin. Great read. They rolled him short to his left. He makes a great decision. Again, he puts the ball where only his man can get it, Dave.
Nice throw, great catch by Murphy, and able to keep his feet in bounds. And Dufresne will attempt the extra point, puts it up, and it is good.
That was awesome. That was a pretty good hold right there by Murray. That ball was up by his shoulder pad. He gets it down. That's pretty good. Great answer by the Lions with 9.4 to go in the half here.
28-14 Lions on top of it. Boy, what a great drive to answer back.
Absolutely. You know, you hold them here, obviously they're not going to throw the ball. They're going to run their triple option. Come out at half. Geneva gets the ball. That's going to be a big series. You go up 21 points on Geneva, a triple option team, that's going to be hard to come back and win a game.
Tomlin, 15 of 20 so far in the first game of his senior year. 210 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions.
What a great opening day for him, Dave. You got to be excited if you're Coach Hop, and the offense is moving the ball well. Defense seems to have the answer right now on that side of the ball, and hopefully, again, you know, you come back out at halftime ready to do the exact same thing.
Geneva will get the football to start the second half as they deferred, but the Lions right now up 28-14. And with 6:46 remaining to go in the first half at Hanover, Center is on top of Hanover, 28-10. Center, the 20th ranked team in the country in D3 football this week.
Well, that's good for the ACAC. You'd like to see Hanover beat them. You know, I didn't get to make the scrimmage last week, but I heard we did a great job playing the Center, and obviously being 20th in the country, you kind of set the bar to where you're at in the nation.
Ohio State up on Cincinnati 35-0 at the end of the third. And Michigan and Army are tied up at 14 apiece.
2 unexpected scores there, huh? If you're a UC fan.
Dufresne kicks it off, and it is taken in by Monteleone at the goal line. Takes it out across the 10 to the 15. Struggles forward and can't get past the 15-yard line as he was brought down by Adam Slusher. Slusher, a freshman on the special teams out of Goshen, Ohio. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Geneva. Now there's a flag down, and there is a penalty called against Mount St. Joseph. I didn't see what that was, Bear. Did you?
I did not see that, but I know Slusher did a great job coming down the field. He avoided contact with all the blockers, read it right, broke down, and just made a nice tackle.
Well, let's see. They're going to move it out.
I wonder if this is unsportsmanlike after the play. Might just been a little excited celebrating, and they decided to call it.
It is a 15-yard penalty. It'll take it out to the 31-yard line. 2.5 seconds to go, and the Tornadoes are just going to take a knee and end the first half of action, down by 2 touchdowns. And Luptak takes the snap, steps back 2 steps, takes a knee, and that's the end of the first half. Well, the Lions jumped out 14-0. Geneva came back, tied it up at 14 apiece, and then the Lions have scored 14 consecutive points to lead it going in at halftime, 28-14. Bear and I will be back to talk to you more here at halftime as we bring you scores and hopefully an interview with University President Dr. James Williams. As we head into halftime, the Lions lead it here on Ultimate Sports Talk on the Invisible Ink Tattoo Remover scoreboard. It's now Mount St. Joseph 28, Geneva 14.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Ohio's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
You want to advance your career through education, but you don't want to disrupt family commitments or a busy work schedule. Mount St. Joseph University can help. The Mounts School of Business offers a Master's of Science degree in organizational leadership with face-to-face classes every 3rd Saturday. The MSOL program is a multidisciplinary master's program that focuses on values-based leadership, helping you develop professional knowledge and skills with courses in organizational leadership and business. Learn more at msj.edu/MSOL.
Well, back here at halftime, at 28-14, the Lions on top of Geneva. As we said, the Lions jumped out 14-0. Geneva came back, knotted things up, and then the Lions ran off another 14 in a row, including a touchdown with just 15 seconds to go in the first half to lead it by a score of 28-14. Gentlemen, we've been trying to get on now for a couple of years. The University President, Dr. James Williams. Dr. Williams, thanks for joining us here at halftime. Glad to have you on.
Well, it's my pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Tell you what, this first half, boy, it was a heck of a half. What were your thoughts about the first half?
Absolutely a great game, and our offense showed what it could do, what it's been doing for the last 3 years.
Quite frankly, our defense had some trouble because they played some really good offense. And that triple option that they have is really tremendous.
We talked a little bit about this as a contrast in styles, the Mounts passing game against Geneva's running game.
Absolutely. I think they've only thrown a pass, maybe one. So it's a great contest, and the thing I liked about these events is these young men, come out here to get a good education, and we try to make sure they do that at both colleges and universities. But on the other hand, they get a chance to play the sport they love, so they get to do the scholarship thing and the athletic thing, and it just really makes me feel really good.
Really, Division III football, any athletic event in Division III is really the purest athletic event, I think, because of the fact that they actually have to pay to play it.
No, absolutely, that's exactly right.
Now, Dr. Williams, talk a little bit about the new rec center. How's that coming along and what's happening with that?
Well, the new rec center is fantastic. It's a part of what we call our Transformation 2025 vision. And we have plans for a number of projects over the next few years. But we begin with this Recreation and Fitness Center in large measure because the students want that. That's what the students expect. They want to make sure that they are developing themselves mind, body, and spirit, we say. And we want to give them the opportunity to do it the way it needs to be done. So that Recreation and Fitness Center has started. We've started on the construction, and it should be finished by this time next year.
What are some of the other goals for that type of project?
Well, that facility is going to address the issues we need for the typical student we have here. But 45% of our students play some kind of Division III sport. And so we want to make sure we can accommodate them. And so, for example, when our softball team has no place to practice in the winter when the weather's inclement, they can practice inside that facility. We'll have the only 200-meter track in this region, believe it or not. Indoor track in this region. And so those are the kinds of things that will allow us to do. The community can use the facility. We hope that we'll have, track meets and competitions in that facility. But we are trying to make sure that we make ourselves available not just to our students, but to the greater community as well.
And of course, here in Schuler Field, you've put up the new scoreboard, you've got your new digs next door. Those look pretty nice.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate that too, because there's so many great benefactors out there who have helped the Mount to become what it is today. And as we celebrate our 100th year, we're in our 100th year now, it's just appropriate that we would bring the community reps in here and show them how much we appreciate what they've done over the last 100 years for the Mount.
University President Dr. James Williams, our guest here at halftime. Dr. Williams, what are some of the other goals that you have for the university coming up in the next few years?
Well, we just want to make sure that we're continuing to grow our academic programs, to make sure that our faculty and staff are fully engaged and fully taken care of. It's one of the things that's special about the Mount. We all love our kids. We love our students. There's no doubt about it. But we also really care and love each other. And it makes a big difference in the environment that we can create for these young folks so that they can learn well and they can also have the right kind of spirit on the football field or on the baseball diamond or whatever athletic event it is. We expect our kids to be able to reflect who we are fundamentally. And we are we're one of the missions of the Sisters of Charity of Cincinnati. And so we want to make sure that we're reflecting that all the time, and we're proud that our athletes do that.
Dr. Williams, for the seniors and the juniors who are thinking of going someplace after they graduate from high school, what's your sales pitch to them about coming to the Mount?
Well, the point here is that you can get to anywhere you want in life right here, starting right here at the Mount. And we are smaller by design. That's so that we can know who you are and you can know who we are. You can't get lost in this place even if you want to. So it's a great community. We love each other. We support each other. So come and join us. Absolutely.
You happy with the way things are going right now?
Absolutely. Very happy.
I'm happy to have you on at halftime. Thanks a lot, Dr. Williams. Appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
James Williams, our guest here at halftime, University President. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back with more at halftime. Your score, Lions on top of it, 28-14.
As the executive producer of the documentary film, The C Word, I've learned the importance of breakthrough approaches to treating cancer. A breakthrough is the start of something extraordinary. To be breakthrough is to be brave. Many small breakthroughs can lead inevitably to a big breakthrough. The kinds of breakthroughs that advance the fight against cancer. The ones that save lives by the millions. You are the breakthrough. You, the patients taking part in clinical trials. You, the scientists doing next-level research to beat cancer. You, the doctors and nurses who tirelessly care for everyone along the way. Defeating cancer takes breakthroughs. Let's be the breakthrough. Talk to your doctor about screenings, clinical trials, and especially prevention. Stand up to cancer.
At Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers, we utilize ink analytics, our plastic surgeon-developed diagnostics. Our exclusive ink analytics system lets us measure your tattoo against more than 60,000 treatments completed by our team. Reviewing over 40 unique factors about your skin and tattoo, ink analytics is able to predict the number of treatments you'll need to remove your ink, taking the guesswork out of tattoo removal. Because we're so confident in ink analytics, we guarantee our results, which means means if your ink is gone before 8 treatments, we will prorate and give you money back. And if your ink is not gone in 8 treatments, we'll continue to treat you at no cost for up to a year. That's the Invisible Ink Guarantee.
Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers works with integrity. Using the innovative Pico Way laser technology, Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers is on the leading edge. Located in Greater Cincinnati at 119 Fairfield Avenue in Bellevue, Kentucky. Schedule a free consultation today by calling them at 866-219-0672. 28-14, the Mount on top of Geneva here at the half, where the Lions jumped out by a 14-0 score. We'll go over the scoring here in just a little bit, but right now, let's take a look at what is happening around Division I college football. Then we'll check out the Heartland Conference and what's happening around there. Right now, Ohio State, number 5 in the country, with 11:30 left to go in the ball game, leading Cincinnati 35-0. Michigan and Army. Boy, what a barn burner this is right now. With 9:58 left to go in the ball game, they are tied up at 14 apiece, and Army has the football. Maryland on top of Syracuse, 49-20. Utah, number 13 in the country, with 14:21 left to go in the half, is on top of Northern Illinois by 4, 21-17. And Iowa is shutting out Rutgers in a Big Ten contest, 30-0 with 11 minutes to go in that ball game. That's a look at the Division I scores so far here this afternoon. Center, out of the Heartland Conference, is leading Hanover 28-10 with 6:45 left to go in the first half of action. Right now, we don't have a score out of Bluffton and Worcester, but we'll take a look and see if we can't pick up a score from that. As far as the rest of the Heartland Conference is concerned, their games are coming up here later on this evening or this afternoon. And in those games, it will be Defiance at Albion and North Park at Anderson. Those games start at 6 o'clock tonight. Franklin will be at Benedictine, and at 7 o'clock tonight, Mount Union will be at Rose-Hulman. That's a big contest for the Fighting Engineers, and we've got no score so far, as we told you, in the Bluffton-Worcester ball game. So that's a look at the games that are going on right now. As far as games that will happen later on this afternoon in Division I college football, Clemson will be at number 12, Texas A&M. Wisconsin goes to Central Michigan. Nebraska is at Colorado. Alabama will be at New Mexico State, and Georgia travels to Murray State. Now, tonight in top 20 college action, Oklahoma will be at South Dakota. LSU goes to number 9, Texas. 10th ranked Auburn is at Tulane. Florida will be at UT Martin. Then it's Penn State, 15th ranked in the country, is at Buffalo. Oregon plays Nevada. Oregon ranked 16th in the country. Florida Atlantic will be at Central Florida, and they're number 18. And Michigan State plays against Western Michigan, and they are ranked 19th in the country. Then elsewhere tonight outside the top 20, Stanford is at Southern California. Boise State goes to Marshall, and 14th ranked Washington will be entertaining California. Number 8 Notre Dame is off this week in top 25 action. Those are games that are going on tonight. Right now, your score, 28-14, Lions leading it here at the half. I'm Dave Mitchell with Dan Benjamin. We'll be back with more coming up after this. Minutemen Staffing wants you. Currently, Minutemen has more positions than workers. Are you in need of work? Maybe a change in direction? Were you laid off and need money to tide you over? Minutemen can help you out. In most cases, on a temporary to permanent work assignment. Many companies have realized the advantages of hiring all their workers through Minutemen Staffing. If you have warehouse, forklift, welding, general labor, or any other kind of industry experience, give Minutemen a call at 513-579-0010 or stop in at 6600 Dixie Highway in Fairfield to fill out an application. We'll put you to work within 24 hours. We go the extra mile to make sure your new position will be the right one. That's what separates Minutemen Staffing from the rest. With more than 35 years experience in the area, Minutemen Staffing can turn your life around. We're proud that we're helping put Cincinnati back to work. Minutemen Staffing, located in Fairfield at 6600 Dixie Highway. Minutemen Staffing, call today at 579-0010. Minutemen Staffing is an equal opportunity employer.
Before the house, before the office, the late nights and new bosses. Before the last hugs, the wins, and the losses. Before building the team, before building yourself. The rise and grinds, all day, every days. Before the letter, before the dream, there was a kid who loved to play. If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
Mount St. Joseph University is the Catholic university on a mission to give education greater purpose. Located on the west side of Cincinnati, the Mount is dedicated to helping students become competent, compassionate, critical thinkers, ready to make a meaningful impact on the world. Nearly 99% of those who earn a degree from Mount St. Joseph University are employed, enrolled in graduate studies, or volunteering within 6 months of graduation. Discover your mission by visiting msj.edu.
Dave Mitchell, Dan Benjamin back here at halftime, where the Lions are leading at 28-14 at the half, and Geneva will be getting the football to start the second half of action as they deferred the coin toss at the beginning of the ball game. Lions got things started with 10:42 left to go in the first quarter on a 7-yard touchdown pass from Chayton Tomlin to Chase Pankey. Spencer Dufresne's kick was good, and the Lions, after a 10-play, 74-yard drive in 4 minutes and 12 seconds, had the first lead of the season, 7-0. They came back with 8:58 left to go in the first quarter when Nick Murphy caught a 44-yard touchdown pass from Tomlin. Dufresne added the extra point, and the Lions led it. After just a 9-second drive, they had one play for 44 yards. Murphy busting a pass open for the touchdown. They led it 14-0. But then Geneva started to get their act together and got their running game in gear. Justin Lowry took it in from the 7-yard line with Nordas adding the extra point, and with 47 seconds to go in the first quarter, Geneva was down by just a touchdown, 14-7. And then in the second quarter, with 4:55 remaining to go before half, Justin Lowry busted a play 82 yards for a touchdown, and Geneva had tied the game after the extra point at 14 apiece. But then after a fumble recovery by the Lions and taking it down to about the 21-yard line, the Lions, with 2:31 left to go in the first half of action, ended up scoring a touchdown. Chayton Tomlin, a 5-yard run, making it 21-14 in the ballgame. Lions 5 plays, 68 yards in 2 minutes and 18 seconds to regain the lead, 21-14. And I apologize, it was after that play that the Lions recovered a fumble and then caught the ball at about the 21-yard line is where they recovered the fumble at. And after 4 plays, they had gone in for the score to make it 28-14. Lions on top of it after a 5-yard touchdown pass to Nick Murphy. So Nick Murphy with a couple of touchdowns here this afternoon, but right now the Lions are being led by Chayton Tomlin. 15 of 20 passing in the ballgame, 210 yards, 3 touchdowns in the contest. And as far as the Lions are concerned, the rushing game, well, they have not done much rushing. They have done mainly passing. Right now, what they've got is 10 yards. As I take a look at the stats, the Lions' total yards in the ballgame, 241 compared to 210 for Geneva. But here's where it really differentiates in the game, because the Lions' net yard passing, 210 yards. Net yards passing out of the 241 yards that they've got. The Lions just 31 yards rushing on 10 attempts. Meanwhile, Geneva in the ball game, they've got 9 first downs, 210 yards in total offense so far in the ball game. 210 of it have come via the rush. And Bear, as you look at that, that's the story of the ball game. The Lions, we said it coming in, they're going to move the ball via the pass. Geneva's going to move the ball via the run.
Absolutely, Dave. You hit it on the head earlier in the first quarter. These are 2 contrasting offenses. When you look back, there's 2 major mistakes that were made. One, we get the ball inside the 50, short field, and everybody knows we want to take a shot downfield, and then Tomlin did a great job throwing over the top, I believe, to Nick Murphy for that 9-second possession for a touchdown. That was crucial. The other mistake that was made by the Lions on the defensive side was giving up that 82-yard run, I believe, to Justin Lowry. He just flat out hit the hole. There was nobody there to even make contact, so that had to, in my eyes, that had to be a blown assignment. And he did a great job and took it to the end zone. Other than that, the turnover was big. The Mount did a great job of controlling momentum, and that's where you find them up 2 scores, 28-14.
Well, and here is another thing. Being the first game of the year, you would expect some mistakes. Now, Geneva's had the one big mistake that it led to a Mount touchdown, but the Lions have not had any interceptions, no fumbles, not even putting the ball on the turf.
Yes. The glowing thing for me watching this game here today, Dave, has been Tomlin. His 15 for 20, as you said. He's been pinpoint sharp with his passes. I've seen multiple throws where only his guy can get to the ball, and fortunately for him, he's had some big catches. I believe it was number 13.
Nick Murphy, Chase Samples
making some great catches and possession the ball and moving chains. And Murphy's a threat to get down the field, and when you got that kind of combination, and they haven't thrown the ball a lot to Paul Minor, and he's been open a few times in the middle of the field, but Tomlin's seeing what he needs to see, and he's having a very successful first half here at Shore Field.
Quickly, defensively, what do the Lions have to shore up in order to stop this Geneva offensive team, though?
It's just got to be your front four. They play the 4-3, and their front four has to play great assignment football. When they do that, they're going to force their hand outside, and if you can get to the outside with your linebackers, typically your front two take care of the A gaps, and that's the fullback, Justin Lowry. Then you got your linebackers scraping over the top to get to that quarterback, and that's why you saw Geneva have success with the quarterback, Luptak, pulling it out and following Justin. And, if we get over the top and scrape, and then we do our assignment out front there on the outside edge and force everything and funnel it to the outside to the sideline, we'll minimize the yardage.
28-14 your score here at halftime. Geneva will get the football to start the second half. I'm Dave Mitchell with Dan Benjamin. Second half action is next on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
Before the house, before the office, the late nights and new bosses. Before the last hugs, the wins and the losses. Before building the team, before building yourself, the rise and grinds, all day, every days. Before the letter, before the dream, there was a kid who loved to play. If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
This Mount St. Joseph Lions college football broadcast is made possible by Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers, and in part by Effin' Good Chicken Tenders, Mount St. Joseph University, the Wishbone Tavern on Delhi Avenue, Iron Sharpens Iron, and Minutemen Staffing in Cincinnati. Please let these sponsors know you heard their name on Mount St. Joseph radio broadcasts on UltimateSportsTalk.com. Well, as we told you, Geneva won the opening coin toss, but they decided to defer, so they will get the football to open up the second half of action. Of course, they've got their rushing game going in the ball game, and they're being led by their senior tailback, Justin Lowry. Lowry, 12 rushes, 126 yards so far in the ball game, and 2 touchdowns. But his longest was that 82-yarder that he busted for the TD. So the Lions will kick it off. They will be going from right to left across your computer screen, leading it by 14, 28-14 so far in the ball game. And we're trying to keep a close eye on that Michigan Army game, and right now 6.5 left to go in the ball game, and they're still tied up at 14 apiece.
Well, that's unbelievable, but we talked about it here with the triple option, Dave, and Army is running that as well, and they do it to perfection. And I can't wait to see a little bit of the highlights of that game. I'm sure there are some blown assignments on the defensive side of the ball.
I tend to just stay away from highlights of Michigan. First of all, there's no such thing. Secondly, as much as I can stay away from the maize and blue, the best.
You're saying that to a Notre Dame fan.
So Dufresne will kick it off, and back set to return is going to be Monteleone, and he takes it in at the 10 to the 15 to the 20, cuts it right up the middle across the 25, and he's going to be dropped down at the 29-yard line. 19-yard return, 1st and 10 for Geneva, down by 2 touchdowns here in the beginning of the third quarter. Our thanks to Dr. James Williams for stopping up here at halftime.
Well, here we go. First possession of the third quarter coming out of halftime in every sport. In basketball, we say the third quarter is big. Here we go. See if the defense can get 3 and out and let the offense go down and score.
And let's see, it will be Luptak and a quarterback. Luptak with Lowry right behind him. Lowry with those 126 yards rushing in the first half. And the handoff goes to Lowry. Lowry fumbled it, and the ball is loose on the turf, and it will go right back to the Golden Tornadoes. It was jumped on by Luptak after he coughed it up. So it will be no gain. They'll put him right back at the original line of scrimmage. Ball at the 29-yard line, 2nd and 10.
I believe they got a backup quarterback in there, number 3.
No, that's Luptak.
Is it Luptak?
That's Luptak.
Okay. He pulled that ball out. He was looking to follow Justin there, Dave, and he had room. Fortunately for the Lions, that ball went on the deck there, and we almost recovered it.
Lowry still in the backfield. Centofanti is out to the left-hand side. Now he'll move in motion to the near side. Hand off to Lowry. Lowry is going to struggle forward for about a yard, and that's it on the play. Tackle for the Lions. Coming up from his free safety position, Peyton Lugers out of Goshen. He's made a couple of nice tackles here this afternoon at that free safety spot.
Yes, he has. He's had a heck of a game, not letting anybody get down deep on him, and that's big for him. He's got a tough role to play because with this triple option, he has to get downfield as well and make that tackle.
We haven't even talked a lot about Speakman and Peyton Williams in the defensive backfield. They're the only two remaining players from last year's team.
Well, that shows you then the front 4 for the Lions are doing a great job.
Fake handoff. Now Luptak is going to pitch it out around the right-hand side to Centofanti. Centofanti's going to be hit at the 35-yard line, and he'll be dropped right there.
Good job by the D. They'll be forced to punt here.
5-yard gain. Ball out to the 36-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down and 3.
A little bit of indecision over there for Geneva. They're not quite sure. They're hesitating. You can see they don't have any pep in their step. So that was a big series by the Lions right there to get the 3 and out.
Ohio State now leading Cincinnati 42-0.
Oh,
I expected Ohio State to win that game, but not by this margin.
And me as well, Dave. I was hoping the Bearcats would go up there and do something for Luke Fickell, returning home.
So back set to return this punt from Luke Lloyd will be Troy Speakman, and he was Mr. Touchdown a year ago.
Well, let's see him take one to the house right now. That'd be awesome.
Ball on 4th down. High snap goes over the head of Lloyd, back inside the 10, and Lloyd is just going to stand around, and now he picks it up, and he's going to be dropped at the 7. The high snap, Lloyd had to go back and pick it up, and he was finally tackled back at the 7-yard line by Gavin Edmondson.
Just what you want coming out of halftime. Coach Hop gets a 3 and out, and now his offense finds himself on the 7-yard line knocking on the door.
Boy, they could really put a nail in this coffin with a touchdown here.
Took the words right out of my mouth. I wanted to say it, but as a former coach, I don't want to jinx us.
Well, and with this option, the triple option, Bear, you really can't expect to come back from a big margin.
You are correct, Dave. You can't, but, unfortunately, I've had that ability to coach against a team that runs it called Coleraine, and they were pretty good at it.
Tomey to the right of Tomlin. 1st and goal for the Lions at the Geneva 7-yard line. Tomlin rolls out to the right, looks into the end zone, and he's going to flip it up and just threw it right out of bounds. Tried to go to Nick Murphy. He may have chased Pankey over the middle, open there, but he couldn't find him and ended up just throwing it over the head of Murphy and out of bounds.
Yeah, he definitely had him open, but, there's your senior leader on the offensive side. He didn't force anything. He's now 15 for 21. On the 7, 1st and goal, he throws it away. Great decision.
2nd down goal from the 7 of Geneva. Tomlin with Tomey right behind him. Handoff goes to Tomey. Tomey right up the middle inside the 5 to the 3 to the 2. He is short of the goal line by about a foot.
I was just thinking, Dave, Geneva the whole game has been bringing their backers. They have no discipline there. Once again, they brought him, and the Mountain did a great job putting a hat on a hat and giving him a seam.
So it'll be 3rd and goal for the Lions from about the 1-foot line of Geneva. Tomey is into the ballgame at running back along with Williamson, and now an official timeout is called from one of the back judges. He's going to come in and talk to the head linesman, and now goes to the head referee. Not sure what this would be about. The play clocks are back working, but now maybe they're not. They keep... Now they want the game clock reset to 12:03.
That's correct.
It's right at 12:23.
They must have stopped it prematurely there.
Well,
nonetheless here, Dave, we're knocking on the door. We got to punch this in.
Tomey is going to be the up back. Williamson, the I back. And they've got Earls in the ball game, and they're running a triple I formation. And now the official takes a timeout again.
We got clock issues. They were not running the clock there. The clock should have been running. And
reset the game clock to 12:03 and start it on my ready. Thank you.
Well, I thought he signaled ready.
He definitely signaled ready, but we didn't. I was watching, Dave. We did not run the clock until after the ball was snapped.
There we go. Now the clock is at 12 minutes and running on the ready. So again, the Lions have Cole Earls as the fullback. Tomey in the center of that triple I formation. And Williamson is the I-back, right behind Tomlin. Tomlin fumbled the snap from center, and he's going to fall on it at the 3. Well, this is no excuse, Bear, but Tomlin is not used to being under center.
No, that's not an excuse, but I'm going to, go out here on a limb, man. When you have that clock issue, they were ready to go twice and pulled them away from the line of scrimmage. That's momentum, and that hurts the Lions right there. They're going to make a field goal attempt here.
Yeah, that's a big, big play for Geneva, even though they didn't have to make it.
Absolutely.
But Dufresne is going to come in and attempt a field goal. It'll be a 20-yarder as they'll spot the ball at the 10-yard line. 11:15 and running left to go in this third quarter. Good high snap from center. Dufresne puts it up, and it is good. He drilled it just inside the left upright. 11:03 left to go in this third quarter. It's now the Lions 31, Geneva 14. Minutemen Staffing wants you. Currently, Minutemen has more positions than workers. Are you in need of work? Maybe a change in direction? Were you laid off and need money to tide you over? Minutemen can help you out. In most cases, on a temporary to permanent work assignment. Many companies have realized the advantages of hiring all their workers through Minutemen Staffing. If you have warehouse, forklift, welding, general labor, or any other kind of industry experience, give Minutemen a call at 513-579-0010 or stop in at 6600 Dixie Highway in Fairfield to fill out an application. We'll put you to work within 24 hours. We go the extra mile to make sure your new position will be the right one. That's what separates Minutemen Staffing from the rest. With more than 35 years experience in the area, Minutemen Staffing can turn your life around. We're proud that we're helping put Cincinnati back to work. Minutemen Staffing, located in Fairfield at 6600 Dixie Highway. Minutemen Staffing, call today at 579-0010. Minutemen Staffing is an equal opportunity employer. Well, the Lions lead at 31-14, and Dufresne will kick it off, and it's taken in by Monteleone, and Monteleone takes it across the 20, out to the 25, to the 27-yard line, a return of 17 yards, and first and 10 for Geneva, down now 31-14.
Two big turnovers. The Mountain capitalized there, Dave. They got 10 points out. I still would like to see us get a touchdown there. We were out of rhythm, as you and I talked in the break there, of being on that 4 or 5 yard line or wherever we were at, and we just lost a little momentum.
10:57 left to go in this third quarter, and you would think it's imperative for Geneva to get something out of this drive.
Absolutely. They got to go down and get some kind of score.
Lowry with Monteleone in motion, gets the handoff, and the quarterback's going to keep it, and that is Cervoni, and Cervoni takes it around the right-hand side across the 30 out to the 31-yard line for a gain of 4 on the play, 2nd and 6.
Good read by him. Again, the Mount has their 4 linemen widen out, probably in a 3 technique or wider, so the middle of that O-line is wide open. He just has to read it properly, and there he did, and gained about 6.
Well, we didn't anticipate Gino DeMarco to alternate quarterbacks the way he has done. Cervoni got 1 series in that first half, and now he's back in here in the beginning of the third quarter.
Yeah, I'm not so certain why that is. I'm looking over on their sideline, and I can't find
Cervoni, fake handoff. He's going to keep it around the left-hand side, keep it himself, and he's going to be dropped back at the 30-yard line by the Lions on the play. Gavin Brennan out of Richmond, Virginia.
Big play by Gavin right there. We talked about it in the first half, Dave, in the triple option offense. If you can get them at 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, that's a tough decision now by your quarterback on what to do.
Brennan, 220 pounds, 6'3", junior.
We'll see if the Lions bring a blitz here and force them to go outside, because they haven't gotten much going east and west and been able to turn that corner.
3rd down and 6 yards to go. Ball back at the 31-yard line. Cervoni, the quarterback, under center with Lowry right behind him.
Coming off the edge.
And Cervoni hands it right
Just
off to
what they
Lowry,
wanted.
right up the middle, and he's going to be hit and dropped immediately by Brennan again, and Alvin Burke in the middle of that Lions defensive line.
Just what you wanted. The Mount brought Fisher off the edge, I believe, and he did a great job, and they had no choice. The read by the quarterback was the handoff.
Julius Fisher coming from his weak outside linebacker position from St. Mary's Memorial High School. Gain of just a yard on the play, 4th and 5, and Geneva will punt the football away. Troy Speakman back set to return, and the jitterbug, Beecham, is going to be his blocking back. Well, you don't want to punt the ball short if Beecham is going to be the short guy.
Well, let's just hope one of them gets it clean and can return this thing and put that nail in the coffin.
And the punt, high punt.
He's got room.
Speakman, it's returnable at the 25-yard line. Cuts it to the left side to the 30, and he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
We got a flag
And there's a flag down. I think they're going to get one of the men downfield for Geneva for unsportsmanlike or unnecessary roughness. Looked like Nate Russo.
Let's see if he calls a hold here, though. That came from the judge on the far side, and the referee right in front of it called nothing.
Let's see. It's going to be unnecessary roughness. Yep, that's going to be against number 43, Nate Russo. As he really went into the Lions. Looked like Noah Abel.
Number 87, Jonathan Garcia, travels 42 yards.
42-yard punt on the play. And I guess they're going to call that against the Lions,
Yeah,
aren't
they called it against us,
Wow.
but I didn't hear the number, and I didn't see anything, Dave. That's why that surprises me.
Yeah, that's a shock. It looked like it was 43 for Geneva that did it, but evidently it was Noah Abel for the Lions that did it. 8:38 left to go. Lions all the way, set back all the way to their own 16-yard line. Up 31-14. Tomlin looks out to the left, throws the ball, and it's going to be batted down and knocked away on the play on a blitz coming in from the left side by the linebacker, Dakota Allen.
Yeah, Dakota Allen did a great job. He came in unblocked. He held his ground, got his hands up. I don't think the Lions saw it to make the adjustment. So now they're not only bringing the middle linebackers, they're starting to come off the outside edge. They got to try and do something.
That's just the 6th incompletion today in 21 attempts by Chayton Tomlin. Tomlin with Tomey to his left, drops straight back on 2nd and 10 from the 16. Cuts it up the middle, throws it over the middle, and it is going to be caught and then dropped by Chase Samples. He had it. The ball was thrown just a little bit behind him. He got it in his hands but couldn't bring it in. 3rd down and 10.
That's the first throw today I saw Tomlin not decisive in where he wanted to throw it. He had 2 guys in the area, so somebody must have blown a route there, Dave.
So it'll be 3rd down, 10 yards to go. Tomlin 15 of 23, passing for 210 yards. 8:26 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Tomlin with Michael Williamson now just to the right of him. Ball in the center of the field. Trips out to the right side. Tomlin drops back. He's going to throw the fade at the right side. He's got the receiver. It's complete at the 40, 35, 30, and brought down inside the 25 down to the 21-yard line. Got to look and see who that was out there. Cooper Earls. Cooper Earls, number 17, with the reception.
Great ball by Tomlin.
Boy, he laid that right out there, and Earls beat the defensive back on the right side, Gary Weaver, for the completion, all the way down to the Geneva 20-yard line. 8 minutes, 10 seconds and running. Williamson to the left of Tomlin, ball on the far hash mark. Trips out to the near side for the Lions. Dropping back is Tomlin. Tomlin, they pick up the blitz. Now he's going to roll out to the right. Then he's going to be hit and dropped at the 26-yard line for a sack.
Little confused about Geneva's defense right now. First play down here, they bring an outside backer, put us in 2nd 10. Then they sit back and let Tomlin pick them apart. This quarterback, you cannot let him do that. There they brought pressure, and look what happened, a loss.
Dakota Allen coming up with the sack on the play. Now Earls is going to leave the ball game. Chase Pankey back in. Paul Miner is checked back into the ball game. Nick Murphy wide left. Beecham is slot left. Miner's going to line up at the wing left. We said Pankey out wide to the right-hand side. Williamson right behind Tomlin out of the
screen.
out of the pistol. He's going to roll out to the left. Tomlin's going to be hit again. They brought the blitz and brought him down at the 35.
Yeah, that's what they need to do to stop this offense. That's the only way they're getting to Tomlin. You know, you bring more than the offensive line can handle, and look at the results twice in a row. This is 3rd and long here.
Well, that might be the reason they've got Williamson in there, too, because he did such a good job a year ago of picking up blitzes and blocking for Tomlin in the last 4 games.
Yep. Good. You know, they made a great play. You can always second guess it when you sit back and watch it. A screen there would have been great, or a draw or something of that nature, or a swing pass. But right now, we've got to fight to get this back down to 3rd and 10 and then make a decision whether we're going to kick a field goal or go for it.
It's 3rd down, 24 yards to go from the 34-yard line. They need to get inside the 10. Receivers out wide on both sides. Beecham slot left, Pankey slot right. Murphy is wide left, and now it's going to be delay of game.
Boy, oh boy.
Now, what did we say at halftime about the mistakes? Well, now they're starting to compile here in the 3rd quarter by both teams.
Yes, they are. You know, maybe they all put their best out there on the line the first half, but you're right, a ton of mistakes the second half.
Now it's 3rd down, 29 yards to go back to the 39.
And clock's running right now. The play clock is running. I'm not so sure they're setting that ball a little quicker.
Trips out to the far side. Beecham in the slot to the right, Pankey. Near side.
There's the blitz.
Dropping
Good
back.
screen call. There he goes.
Pass to Williamson to the 35, to the 30. Cuts to the right side to the 25. Breaks a tackle inside the 25. He's going to be brought down at the 22. So we got half of it back down to the 22. And now it's going to be a hold against the Lions. A flag down in the middle of the field, and Chayton Tomlin knew it right away.
Yes, he did. That was a great call. Great call. You knew they were going to bring the blitz.
But if you're Geneva, do you accept this penalty, or they're still going to be 4th down and about... Let's see, they got to get inside the 10, and where are they spotting the football?
At the 22.
The 32. So it would be 4th down and call it 22 yards to go, but they're going to go ahead and take the penalty.
Yeah, they got to take that, Dave. Otherwise, the ball's down there where you said at the 22, and the Mount would go for it. And here you take them out of any kind of consideration of going for it on 4th and 11 or 12.
Puts it back to the 42-yard line and brings up 3rd down and 32 yards to go.
You know, I hate to say it. You know, obviously I'm partial to the Lions, but Geneva does not have an answer for this offense. You know, they blitzed. The Lions did a great job there. Here you're going to sit back because it's long. He might pick them apart and get another 20 yards.
Beecham in motion. He's going to get the little shovel pass inside. Cuts it to the right side, inside, down to the 42-yard line. No gain. Geneva smelled it out immediately and stopped him for no gain. It'll bring up 4th down and 32 yards to go. And coming in to punt the football away will be Max Suchomsky.
That's a great series right there for Geneva. They had to do something, and they did a great job. But again, they went back to all the blitzing. And, you know, as the offensive coordinator, you're going to sit back this series on the bench and say, hey, they're going to bring the house every time. That's the only way they've stopped us.
Tyler Cann is in to return this punt. Back set at about his own 10-yard line. Ball at the 42 on 4th and 32, and punting it away. Chomsky gets a high short kick, but takes a bounce inside the 25, down to the 20, to the 19-yard line.
Yeah,
that's going to be a 23-yard punt. Ugly as all get out, but it still is convenient.
Yeah, he was holding that ball like the NFL guys do, and I can talk a little bit about this because I coach punters. He was trying to get that nose to hit down there just right so he can stick it and bounce back, but the young man being a freshman may want to master kicking the ball inside the 10 first, you know, and freshman, I'm sure he's nervous. We'll give him credit where credit's due. At the end, the result is inside the 20, wasn't it?
Fast-moving 3rd quarter, 5 minutes to go, and at 31-14, Lions on top. Lowry with 126 yards rushing at halftime is in the ball game at the tailback position. And Leptak is back into the ball game at quarterback, and he gets the ball, Lowry does, and he takes it off left guard up to the 20-yard line. Gain of about 5 on the play, brings up 2nd down, 5 yards to go. Lowry has been the stalwart this afternoon. 15 carries, 129 yards.
Wow.
Now making 134 yards on 16 carries.
He's a workhorse, there's no doubt. And when you run the triple option, you got to have a guy like that in the middle. 6-footer, 185-pound fullback coming at you with momentum is hard to tackle.
2nd down, 5 yards to go. Leptak, he's going to keep it around the right-hand side. He's going to be stacked up by Nate Stone and driven right back at the line of scrimmage, no gain. Nice play by Nate Stone coming up from the left outside linebacker position to stand up Leptak and drive him back.
Nate's had a heck of a game, Dave. He's really done a great job reading what's going on in the triple option, but not only reading it, he fills and gets guys off of him and gets to the ball carrier.
Luptak runs over to get the play call and then comes back out to the huddle, delivers it to the team, and they break the huddle and come back up to the line. It's third down, call it 2 yards, maybe 3 yards to go. Lowry with Luptak under center. Out of the triple option, handoff to Lowry, and Luptak's going to keep it off the right-hand side after the fake handoff across the 25 out to the 26-yard line. He's got the first down on it for a gain of 4.
That's what makes it so hard to defend this option. He put that ball in the belly of Justin Lowry and pulled it out as he saw the end crash and got the first down.
Yeah, that's why we talked about at the beginning of the game on the pregame show, Barrett, that this is when you want to face a triple option team. If you've got to go 2 or 3 games in the Heartland seeing everybody pass and then face this team, it's going to be doubly tough.
Absolutely.
So first down and 10 from the Geneva 27-yard line. Luptak's going to drop back the pass. He's going to throw it up the right side, and it is complete to Monteleone at the 42 to the 45-yard line, and that's exactly what Tyler Hopperson talked about earlier this week. Complete out to the 47, 15-yard completion and a first down for Geneva. He said you've got to be awake if you're a defensive back. You can't let these receivers just run alone by themselves because they'll pop that pass, and that's what they did.
They haven't thrown many here today, but boy, they were fishing on that one. The DB just got a little nosy in there, thought it was a run, and before you know it, he was getting beat for about a 15, 20-yard gain.
Luptak just 1 for 2 passing today. That's unbelievable in this day and age of football. First down and 10 from the 48-yard line in Geneva territory.
Ooh, fumble.
Luptak fumbled the football, got it back, though, and he's going to take it right behind his center up to the midfield stripe and be stopped there after a 2-yard gain.
Well, you better have nerves of steel as a coach doing the triple option, just for that reason right there. That's the third time today I've seen it. Luptak almost fumbled that ball.
If Trey Weiler, the center for Geneva, hadn't been doing his job, the Mount would have the football right now. But he did his job and gave the time to Luptak to be able to regain control of that football.
Let's see if we get a little nosy in here with our linebackers and try and make it third and long.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Ball at the 49-yard line of the Mount. Luptak's going to throw. He's going to roll it out to the right-hand side, flips it out into the flat, and it is incomplete through the hands of Monteleone.
You know, Dave, you got to love the triple option if you're good at it, but right there, Luptak did not look comfortable rolling and throwing to his right at all. I mean, he underthrew that ball.
So it'll be third down, 8 yards to go for the Golden Tornadoes.
Again, I'm hoping we're going to bring a little linebacker or two here in the A-gap and force Luptak to pull the ball and try and go east and west more than he can go north and south. You sure don't want Lowry going north and south.
1:45 remaining to go in this third quarter. 31-14, Lions on top of it. Again, receivers now out wide. They've got trips out to the left. Now rolling out to the left-hand side.
Just keep
Luptak, he's going to throw the ball
picked.
deep. It's to Monteleone, and he caught the ball at the 14-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds by Troy Speakman at the 13-yard line.
That ball was in the air for a long time. I don't know what our safeties were doing on that one. They played great all day, and for some reason, they just ignored them out of the backfield right down the sideline.
And again, we said that's what Hop thought. You just got to stay awake if you're a DB, because sooner or later they'll start throwing the football.
Yes, especially when you're down 31-14.
Minute 20 and running. Geneva with the football down inside Mount territory to the 13-yard line. First and 10, for Geneva. Luptak is going to keep it up behind left guard, takes it inside the 10, down to the 8. Gain of 5 yards on the play for Luptak brings up second down, 5 yards to go.
Yeah, if you look out there, Dave, you can see the defense is tired. They've been on the field for a while here. It's hard to bring down those big, heavy fullbacks like Justin, but Justin does a great job blocking. Luptak with a great read.
Ball resting at the 8-yard line of the Mount. We're under a minute, 44 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Lions lead it by 17, 31-14. Lowry lines up at the tailback position behind Luptak. Luptak, handoff. No, he keeps it around the left side. He's going to take it inside the 5, down to the 3. He's close to a first down. Matter of fact, he's got the first down after a gain of 5. So it's first and goal for the Golden Tornadoes. 26 seconds left to go and running in this third quarter. Ball at the 3-yard line of the Mount. This is a very important drive for the Tornadoes.
Yes, it is. They've got to have some form of scoring. If we don't stop them here, they're going to put it in the end zone.
Well, we're down to 8 seconds to go in this third quarter. Let's see if they decide to run a play here at the end of the third. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and they just get it off. And Luptak keeps it. He's going to take it near the goal line, but he's going to be stopped shy by about a football length of the goal line, and that will end the third quarter of play. We've played 3 here in the opening game of the year from Schuler Field. I'm Dave Mitchell with Dan Benjamin. It's Mount St. Joseph 31, Geneva 14.
Mount St. Joseph University is the Catholic university on a mission to give education greater purpose. Located on the west side of Cincinnati, the Mount is dedicated to helping students become competent, compassionate, critical thinkers, ready to make a meaningful impact on the world. Nearly 99% of those who earn a degree from Mount St. Joseph University are employed, enrolled in graduate studies, or volunteering within 6 months of graduation. Discover your mission by visiting msj.edu.
Need dinner quick for you and the kids? Hit Facebook right now and order from F&N Good Chicken Tenders on 5102 Crookshank Road. Feed the kids, the family. Order a combo for yourself. Eat garden style or feed the peeps. Let the guys at F&N Good Chicken Tenders cater your next get-together, and everyone will thank you. Hand-breaded chicken tenders, homemade sauces, and coleslaw to die for. It's all at F&N Good Chicken Tenders, located at 5102 Crookshank Road. Order now at 451-3000. F&N Good Chicken Tenders. Real chicken, real fast, real good.
Well, as we enter the fourth and final quarter of play here from Schuler Field in this opening game of the 2019 season, the Lions lead at 31-14, and they have got themselves backed up in their old goal line. Geneva with it, second down, goal to go from the 1 foot line of the Mount. Luptak now going from right to left. He's going to take it on the quarterback keeper, and he is in for the score. 14, just 5 seconds have elapsed, and it's 31-20.
That was a good drive right there by Geneva. The Tornadoes stuck to their guns there. They used their fullback wisely, giving him the ball at times, and other times having Luptak just following right up in the middle of the line, and nobody's there to defend.
Nordas will come in to attempt the extra point. Lions leading it by 11, and we said that that was a very important drive for Geneva to get back into this thing. Now they've got a whole quarter, and they could be down by 10 if Nordas fumble on the snap, and it is going to be dropped on immediately by the holder, Luke Kadlechik, and it is no good. He just bobbled the snap and ended up just falling on the football. 14:55 remaining to go in the ball game. It's now Mount St. Joseph 31, Geneva 20.
At Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers, we utilize ink analytics, our plastic surgeon-developed diagnostics. Our exclusive ink analytics system lets us measure your tattoo against more than 60,000 treatments completed by our team. Reviewing over 40 unique factors about your skin and tattoo, ink analytics is able to predict the number of treatments you'll need to remove your ink, taking the guesswork out of tattoo removal. Because we're so confident in ink analytics, we guarantee our results, which means if your ink is gone before 8 treatments, we will prorate and give you money back. And if your ink is not gone in 8 treatments, we'll continue to treat you at no cost for up to a year. That's the Invisible Ink Guarantee.
Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers works with integrity. Using the innovative Pico-Way laser technology, Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers is on the leading edge. Located in Greater Cincinnati at 119 Fairfield Avenue in Bellevue, Kentucky. Schedule a free consultation today by calling them at 866-219-0672. 14:55 remaining to go in this football game, and the Lions now lead it by 11, 31-20. Geneva coming away with a score to open up this fourth quarter of play. Now the Lions will get the kickoff from Nordas. Speakman and Beecham are back to return for the Lions. Nordas will kick it away from his 35-yard line, gets a high end-over-end kick that Speakman's going to take in at the 9. He's going to cut it to the right-hand side, the near side, to the 15, to the 20, picks up a block, takes it to the 30, and he's going to be dropped down at the 31-yard line. Return of 21 yards on the return, and the Lions are setting up shop, 1st and 10, up by 11 at their own 30-yard line.
We got an answer here, Dave. You know, we've had 2 opportunities being on the other side of the 50 in the Tornadoes territory there, and we came away with just 3 points. We've got to have an answer here. We've got to use a little bit of clock. The defense is getting worn out.
Lions going from left to right across your computer screen. Beautiful day now is turned up in Cincinnati, Ohio. The clouds have moved out, and we've got bright sunshine on the field. Tomlin with Williamson behind him. Hand off to Williamson, right up the middle. He's going to be stacked up, and he barely gets back to the line, maybe lost a yard on the play. Boy, they stuffed up the middle of that defensive line.
Yes, they did. And Williamson's going to come out. It seems when he's in the game, it's almost like Geneva knows we're going to give him the ball. You know, you'd like to see every now and then on first down a little play action and see what we can do.
Noah Freeman with the tackle for Geneva out of Sarver, Pennsylvania. Now empty backfield. Tomlin out of the shotgun. 3 receivers out wide to the far side. Ball in the near hash mark. Dropping back, Tomlin looks to his left. He's going to throw it over the middle, and it is incomplete. Trying to put the football into the hands of Jake Ayler, but Ayler just couldn't hang on to it, and it brings up 3rd down and 11.
Yeah, we
29.
needed Jake to hold on to that. It was another good ball by Tomlin. It was right there. You know, he's not going to gain much, but he gets back 5-6 yards, and that gives you a doable 3rd and about 7 at that point. But here's a big down right here.
Sophomore Austin Brock slot right. Chase Pankey out wide to the right, the near side. Dropping back Tomlin out of the shotgun. He's going to throw it out to the right side. Complete. Goes to Beecham. Beecham at the 40. He's got the first down. Cuts to the right and then cuts upfield and gets hit and is brought down at the 45-yard line. First down for the Lions after a 17-yard reception by Beecham.
Great throw. Great catch. You know, he's a little shifty running back when he catches that ball, and he came back 2 or 3 yards behind that first down marker, then got hit and picked up another 5.
Can you imagine this kid on the wrestling mat trying to go for his legs?
No.
I mean, he could just jitter you right out, turn around, and you down.
Yes, there'll be something special.
1st and 10 for the Lions at their own 45. Tomlin, hand off to Williamson, right up the middle, takes it to the 45, and it'll be dropped at the 46 after a yard gain.
I don't know, Dave. In my mind, there's no doubt that the Mount can throw the ball on this team all day. But you got to use a little bit of clock right there and keep them honest. You know, you only get a half a yard or so. Now you got to get this other first down and keep the clock running. You know, as you alluded to earlier, a triple option is going to use a lot of time when they get that ball back.
Minor lines up wing left. Pankey out wide to the right. Beecham slot right. Boy, when you've got those 2 guys on the right side or either side, a lot of speed. Handoff goes to Williamson around the right side. He's got some green, then cuts back, and he's going to be hit right at the line and drop down. Maybe a half-yard gain to the 46-yard line. Still in Mount territory. Brings up 3rd and 9.
I don't know who that was, but I think it was number 8 for Geneva. Did a great job filling that gap because he had blockers in front of him, and he came up, made one heck of a tackle.
That's Casey now. Out wide left for the Lions is Cooper Earls, number 17. Slot left is Beecham. Out wide right is Pankey. On 3rd down 9 from the 46-yard line in Mount territory. Tomlin audibleizing at the line. Takes the snap, drops straight back, looks up the right side. He's going to throw it up the right side, complete to Pankey at the 41-yard line of Geneva, and he's got a first down.
Great read by Tomlin. He saw he had one-on-one over here, and he signaled to the receiver as they practice all the time, hey, I want you to run a comeback route, and he gets the first down.
14 yards on the reception and a first down for the Lions as they keep the clock running. 12-13. Left to go in the game.
Very confident with that ability to throw the ball, Dave.
Tomlin with the ball at the 41-yard line of Geneva. Receivers out wide on both sides. Williamson, check it, that's Tomey, and Tomey's going to get the handoff around the right side, and Tomey is going to be brought down at the 41-yard line. Loss of about a half yard on the play, and it's 2nd down and a long 11.
A little confusion on that front line. We had a missed block there, and then, you know, give Geneva credit. They hit the gap and made a nice play there. Again, first down, we ran the ball. We're using clock. Now they'll probably come back to some type of throw because Geneva cannot stop them right now with throwing the ball.
Well, you've got 2 new guys on that offensive line. The first game is going to be used to get rid of the jitterbugs out of everything. Tomlin's going to throw the ball deep up the left-hand side. And
That's going to be a flag, I think.
I think Earls actually went out of bounds. He was shoved out of bounds, but he went out of bounds and then caught the football, so it'll be incomplete.
Well, that ball must have been out of bounds then, because usually that's illegal touching if you're the first one to touch it back in bounds.
Yeah, he did catch it out of bounds.
Okay, good. Again, he was open.
His hat. Yep, he was open, but 3rd down and 11 yards to go. And now here's the time where you got to look for Beecham.
Well, I don't know whether they're going to have him out. They got him wide out right, but, I think Geneva may bring the house like they've done in the past here. So a screen or some type of swing pass may do you justice.
Austin Brock, Geneva showing blitz. Now they back off of it. Tomlin rolls out to the right.
Back.
He's going to look upfield, looking downfield. He's got Beecham, throws the flare up to him, and it goes in and out of the hands of Beecham at the 23-yard line, incomplete. But there's a flag thrown upfield, and let's see where that's going to be. As the Lions are standing around looking at the officials and the way that they're reacting, I think it is against Mount St. Joseph. And the holding against the Lions.
This is decision time. I know you're going to punt this ball, but you got to have a really good punt out of this young man. If you can pin him inside the 10, maybe get it to the 5. Now you force that triple option to use all 11 minutes, and they're still down 11 points. That PAT may come back to haunt them, that last one.
Well, Chomsky's been averaging about 25 yards a punt in the air, and then another 10 to 15 yards on the roll. So if he gets that, they're going to pin Geneva back.
We'd be all right with that, right?
Yeah.
We just want the end result to be inside that 10.
Ball at the 41, and now Geneva is going to use a timeout. They've got to burn one. 11:14 left to go. We'll just keep it right here for the time being.
They only have 10 men on the field. I don't know why you'd call timeout there. You're not going to go after the block here. You rough the punter. You give him a first down. You're going to be complacent getting the ball back. You're down 11. You've got to go the length of the field to score. They burn the timeout. That might hurt them too.
So 11:14 to go. Well, everything happens in the first game of the year. I just sat in barbecue sauce.
You made my day. What makes it worse is you're wearing white shorts.
I'm wearing white shorts. Boy, what does this look like?
We're going to have to keep you in the booth until we get everybody out of the stadium.
Anybody got a towel? Yeah.
Where's
I
that?
Just turn them inside out.
Where's that Tide commercial?
Yeah.
That Tide stick.
Oh, you can tell it's the first game. Wow. 11:14 to go after the timeout. And
he roughed the punter.
He's going to be roughing the punter. The official's going to throw the flag. The Lions are going to keep the football. It's going to be taken in at the 17-yard line, but a roughing the kicker penalty is going to be called against Gary Weaver of Geneva.
I just don't get that, Dave. You just had a great series stopping the Lions. You're down 11. You're getting the first. You're going to get the ball back, and now you've given them a first down.
Yep.
And more clock's going to be run, and they're probably going to score on you. That's a little demoralizing to the defense when they do a great job and you get that kind of effort. You got to be smart there.
Decision. It's going to take it all the way down to the 26-yard line. Geneva, 1st and 10 for the Lions.
Sorry about that, Dave. I'd like to see us play fake here and throw the ball down the middle of the field and just punch it in the end zone and quit playing around, It's easier said than done when you're up here and nobody's in your ear telling you, hey, we got to do this. So let's see what Caleb does here.
Tomey's in the ball game. Austin Brock, a sophomore, is out wide to the right-hand side. Earls moves in motion to the left, and the throw is going to be complete to Earls at the 21-yard line where he's run out of bounds after a 6-yard completion.
Again, I'm going to say it, and people are going to think I'm crazy listening to me talk. They cannot stop them throwing the ball. No need to keep the run game going and keep them honest. They can't stop you.
Not a lot of teams have been able to stop Chayton Tomlin over 4 years.
I hope that holds true when we, play our next 9 games here and come out like Hop wants to come out with that HCAC championship.
In my 3 years of watching Tomlin play, this being the 3rd year, there's been one team that's been able to stop him, and that was Morehead State last year in Game 2.
Which is expected, correct?
Yes. Handoff around the left-hand side by the Lions. And that is Elijah Bugg. Elijah Bugg from Elyria, Oberlin High School. Takes it down 2 yards to the 20-yard line.
No gain on the play. 3rd down and 4.
Just thinking, Elijah Bugg comes down here from Oberlin. Well, you got to wonder what the Oberlin coaches were thinking by letting him out of town.
I don't know, but we thank him.
Yeah, he did a pretty good job there. Now Tomlin takes the snap. He's going to be hit behind the line and dropped all the way back to the 27-yard line.
That's number 57. That was a great play by him. I don't know if that was a blown assignment. It almost looked like the linemen were stepping right, thinking Tomlin was going to roll right, but he didn't get there quick enough. So here we go. Big decision, 4th and 11. We punting again. We're going for a field goal.
So coming in to attempt the field goal will be Spencer Dufresne. Trying to look here on the stats, to be honest with you, and see how many sacks that is today. As near as I can tell, it's about 4 against Chayton this afternoon. High snap, but they get it down. Dufresne kicks it up,
Get
and
through.
it
He did.
is
He did.
good. 37-yard attempt by Spencer Dufresne, and the Lions have extended their lead at 34-20 with 9:10 remaining to go in the ball game on the Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers scoreboard.
Need dinner quick for you and the kids? Hit Facebook right now and order from F&N Good Chicken Tenders on 5102 Crookshank Road. Feed the kids, the family. Order a combo for yourself. Eat garden style or feed the peeps. Let the guys at F&N Good Chicken Tenders cater your next get-together, and everyone will thank you. Hand-breaded chicken tenders, homemade sauces, and coleslaw to die for. It's all at F&N Good Chicken Tenders, located at 5102 Crookshank Road. Order now at 451-3000. F&N Good Chicken Tenders. Real chicken, real fast, real good.
Life should be enjoyed, so get up and start. At Iron Sharpens Iron Personal Training, they develop a healthy relationship with you and provide a positive, encouraging environment to train. The staff at Iron Sharpens Iron will set up a personal training system that fits you and you alone. And your first session is free. Are you ready to have fun and get in shape? Iron Sharpens Iron serves the greater Cincinnati area. Check them out at isi-pt.com. That's isi-pt.com. Or call them today at 513-748-1538. Monteleone takes the kickoff from Dufresne at about the 20, and he takes it outside the 30 to the 32-yard line, where Geneva will start 1st and 10. But there is a flag down.
I thought there was holding on Geneva. 43 was holding up. I can't remember the number. It might have been 32 for us.
Well, in double overtime, it's not over yet, but Michigan has just taken a 24-21 lead.
Oh, my.
In double overtime. Cincinnati lost to Ohio State this afternoon, 42-0. Iowa beat Rutgers 30-0.
What are they calling here? They're coming over to talk to Coach Hopperton. Are they going to call this one on us as well? I hope not. If they do, that's just not very good officiating, Dave. I was watching that the whole time pan out in 43, and I believe it was Sullivan was in the mix up there.
Well, it is against Geneva. The Mount will... I think what Coach Hopperton is saying is that one of their blockers grabbed our defender and just tackled him and brought him down.
I'm confused there because they declined it.
I'm sure, yeah. I think that entire scenario just was confusing. 32-yard line, that's where Geneva starts. And they fake handoff, and rolling out to the left is Leptak, and he's going to throw it upfield, complete to Monteleone at the 45-yard line. A gain of 12 on the reception and a first down for Geneva. Lions now playing the prevent defense.
Yes, they are. That was, they'll give everything underneath right now as long as that clock runs. You're up 2 scores, and the triple options, and they got to come out of it a little bit. They might come off that left edge of the defense because he's a right-handed thrower, so they might put more pressure on him there, but they'll be very, very conservative.
Leptak 1st and 10 from his own 45-yard line.
This is going to be an eligible man downfield unless they run the ball.
With Lowry right behind him, and the handoff goes to Lowry right up the middle, and he takes it out to midfield. Gain of 5 on the play, brings up 2nd down, 5 yards to go. Center with 4:55 remaining in the third quarter, leading Hanover 42-24, and Worcester, a final, has defeated Bluffton 31-6. The Fighting Scots again have another good team.
It's a pretty good game by them getting off the opening day 31-6.
They've got an outstanding receiver there that I've known since he was a little kid.
Oh boy.
Nick Strasbaugh. What an athlete that kid is. Plays baseball too. Dropping back Leptak. Leptak's going to throw it up the left side, and it is incomplete. Thrown way over the head on the play to the outside receiver, Alex Parker.
Great coverage.
You don't get to call their names very often at the receiver spots for Geneva, so when you get to, you take advantage of it. He's a 6'3 senior, 215. I'll bet, Bear, Alex Parker in his 4 years at Geneva has not been targeted 10 times.
I bet you're probably right there. And you can see that, he overthrew him by a good 5 to 10 yards, so it's something you don't practice when you run the triple option.
3rd down, 5 yards to go. Lowry behind Luptak. Ball right at midfield. Luptak hands it off to Lowry right up the middle, and he's going to take it across inside the 45-yard line down to the 44, a gain of 6 and a first down for Geneva.
And the Mount is complacent giving that first down up because the clock is going to continue to run here.
You continue to talk about how Geneva can't stop the Mount's passing game. Here's the problem with the triple option. You can't practice against a passing team because you really don't have anybody that can throw the football successfully in practice.
Right. You can't simulate that throw. You're absolutely correct.
Luptak under center on 1st and 10 from the 44 of the Mount. Drops back off the fake handoff. He's going to throw the ball up the middle, and it is incomplete. Again, over the head of the intended receiver, Davidson Calixte.
You did a great job on that one. I'm glad you had to announce that one, partner, not me. You can see, I think Geneva, the one takeaway from this game is they're going to see that they need to throw the ball more than once or twice in the first half to get the defense off of them up front. If you do that and have 1 or 2 successful throws, now they have that in the back of their head. Hey, they can throw the ball.
I only got that name right because it's 40 hours of watching Game of Thrones. 2nd down, 10 yards to go from the 44. Luptak, he's going to keep it around the right-hand side on the 40 to the 35, 30, cuts back to the middle of the field, 25, 20, cuts outside to the 15, to the 10, trying to outrun Speakman, dives to the corner of the end zone, and Luptak is in for the score.
And just like that, Luptak strikes, and Geneva's right back in it.
44-yard scamper by Luptak, and it's now 34-26, and a lot of time remaining, 6:56 remaining.
Should be going for 2 here.
They're down by 8 right now.
See, they're going to try this PAT after bobbling one.
Well, that would draw them within 7.
Yep. You got to have a lot of confidence in this, though.
Yep. Nordas will attempt the extra point. This time, good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 6:56 remaining to go in this ball game, and your score on the Invisible Ink Tattoo Remover scoreboard: the Lions 34, Geneva 27. Every day is a great day at the Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza. The Wishbone Tavern still serves the best wings and burgers in town, but now they offer brunch on Saturday and Sunday starting at 10 a.m. And for your next event, use the Wishbone Tavern's party room, capable of holding up to 60 people. Contact Nicole for a reservation. With a menu full of fresh ingredients, hand-breaded appetizers, and a relaxed family-type atmosphere, your good time will begin when you walk in the door. The Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza, a proud member of the community, open Monday through Friday at 11, Saturday and Sunday at 10. Minutemen Staffing in Cincinnati has been helping companies large and small meet their production challenges for over 35 years. With a pool of thousands of screened applicants, we can support your company with employees who have the skills needed to get the job done right, ranging from general labor to skilled machine operators. What differentiates Minutemen Staffing from other staffing agencies? We help reduce costs associated with hiring personnel, as well as the indirect costs that accompany them. Minutemen covers all payroll taxes and workers' compensation costs, plus unemployment insurance on each employee we provide. Minutemen can fill your employee needs without the time and effort on your part, allowing you to concentrate your efforts on making your company more profitable. Learn what sets us apart from the other staffing agencies. Minutemen Staffing, located in Fairfield at 6600 Dixie Highway. Minutemen Staffing. Call today at 513-579-0010. Minutemen is an equal opportunity employer. Troy Speakman returns the kickoff back to the 25-yard line, where he is down right there by Geneva, but the Golden Tornadoes are back in this thing with 6:50 remaining to go. And it's 34-27 Lions. They're going to put the ball right at the 27-yard, no, right at the 25.
Big series here, Dave. We got to answer somehow, whether it's by points or by moving the chains. Geneva used a timeout in that last series to only come out with a roughing the punter, and giving the Lions another opportunity to score points.
Tomlin, handoff right up the middle. It goes to Williamson. Then he cut it outside to the 25-yard line. No gain, 2nd and 10. 345 yards in total offense, 90% of it on the ground for Geneva. 327 yards in total offense, and 90% of it through the air.
2 different offenses.
Tomlin, 2nd down 10 from his own 25. Fake handoff to Williamson, drops straight back.
He's
now cuts out to the left-hand side. Lotta Green cuts it back inside to the 30 and brought down right at the 30. Gain of 5 for Chayton, and it brings up 3rd down, 5 yards to go.
I know I haven't been charting it, but usually on 3rd down, Geneva's bringing both inside linebackers. Not so sure if we can get outside, that'd be big, or throw a screen here.
Nick Murphy and Chase Samples into the ball game. Chase Pankey out wide right. Murphy slot right. Beecham is slot left. Ball on the far hash mark. Samples out wide left. Tomlin on 3rd and 5. Play clock down to 10. Plenty of time. Tomlin looking over the defense. On 3rd down, 5 yards to go for the Lions.
Here they come.
And dropping
Here
back,
they
Tomlin
come.
throws over
And
the middle,
pay the
complete to
price.
Beecham. And Beecham got his elbow down on the ground, or he would have been gone. At the 36, make it the 37-yard line, gain of 6 on the completion, and a 1st down for the Lions.
3rd and 5, Dave, and Geneva chose to bring all linebackers. Obviously, when they pick you up just enough, you give a man time, he's going to pick you apart, and Tomlin did just that.
Clock continues to run, 5:20. Lions off next week. Back here at Schuler Field in 2 weeks against Anderson, and that is a non-conference game. Dropping back Tomlin. He's going to throw it out into the flat, and it is complete on the play to Williamson, and Williamson stays in bounds at the 37-yard line. No gain on the play, but still the clock will continue to run. It brings up 2nd down and 10 yards to go.
Good safe pass, almost like running a sweep. You get it into a guy you want the ball to be in his hands, and that's Williamson. He does a nice job staying in bounds. We'd like to see him get about 2 or 3 more there, but not bad.
Big thing is he stayed in bounds.
Absolutely. Clock's running. Like I said, that timeout may come to haunt Geneva if we can get another 1st down or 2.
Beecham, slot left. He's been the favorite receiver of Tomlin today. 2nd down 10, play clock again. Down at 8. Dropping back Tomlin after the snap. He's going to throw the fade up the right side. He's got Earls complete at the 30, to the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and drugged down at the 4. Cooper Earls with another big reception here this afternoon, and he takes it down to the 4-yard line.
Dave, you've got to compliment the O-line. We talked about them losing a little bit of chemistry there, but they have done a great job blocking up front. They picked up both linebackers blitzing and gave him plenty of time.
4:21 remaining. Now the clock will start to run. 34-27 Lions. 1st down goal from the 3-yard line of Geneva. Trevor Tomey into the ball game now. He will be to the left of Tomlin, out of the pistol. Earls into the game at the wing formation. Now the throw over the middle. It is incomplete and almost caught. It was batted down by Earls. Earls almost caught the ball. It was batted down at the line of scrimmage, popped up in the air, and Earls almost came down with it in the end zone.
Very fortunate that didn't get picked. I'm very surprised at that call. I bet they don't do that again.
That's not Cooper Earls. That was Cole Earls, excuse me. Cole Earls at the fullback position. 3:58 remaining. Tomey on 2nd and goal from the 2.5-yard line. Now Tomlin's under center. Cole Earls is at the fullback position. Hand off to Tomey off the right-hand side behind Earls. Takes it down to the
That's exactly what you want to do
2.
here. Let the clock run. Get some points here one way or another.
3:46. Geneva has 2 timeouts left.
27, Trevor Tomey with the carry. Brought down by number 15.
It'll be 3rd down and goal. And Geneva just brought in a condominium at nose tackle, Alonzo Regna.
Well,
he's 6'2", 320 pounds.
That is a big man, but I can guarantee you they may not run at him.
Triple I formation. Earls the up back. Tomey, then Williamson. Fake handoff. Bootleg thrown in the end zone. Minor with the touchdown score.
Great call. You knew they weren't going to go up the middle. Great call there by the coach. Mine are wide open in the back of the corner.
3:14 remaining in the ball game, and the Lions now have extended their lead out to 13 at 40-27.
Just what you want, Dave. The offensive answer after the defense gives up a big play on that triple option to Luptak. Good job by the offense. Used a lot of time there, 3 or 4 minutes, I believe, and you put 7 points on the board.
Dufresne kicks the extra point up and through. 3:14 remaining to go in the ball game. Your score. Now Mount St. Joseph 41, Geneva 27. Decided a tattoo you had done isn't for you anymore, but you don't want to go through the long, tedious, and sometimes painful removal process? Now you can have it removed with integrity and zero judgment at Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers.
At Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers, we utilize ink analytics, our plastic surgeon-developed diagnostics. Our exclusive ink analytics system lets us measure your tattoo against more than 60,000 treatments completed by our team. Reviewing over 40 unique factors about your skin and tattoo, ink analytics is able to predict the number of treatments you'll need to remove your ink, taking the guesswork out of tattoo removal. Because we're so confident in ink analytics, we guarantee our results, which means if your ink is gone before 8 treatments, we will prorate and give you money back. And if your ink is not gone in 8 treatments, we'll continue to treat you at no cost for up to a year. That's the Invisible Ink Guarantee.
Located in Greater Cincinnati at 119 Fairfield Avenue in Bellevue, Kentucky. Schedule a free consultation today by calling them at 866-219-0672. Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers. Centofanti will take the kickoff from Dufresne. He takes it up the middle from the goal line across the 10 and then is drugged down at the 11. Nice tackle by Austin Brock, the sophomore.
That was a great kick right there. He put that ball drifted inside the 1. He was probably better off letting that go in the end zone on the fly and got the touchback, but decided to field it, and great job covering the kickoff by the Lions.
Well, they'll spot him at the 12-yard line.
Well, here's where you'll sit back a little bit and get conservative. You know, your linebackers won't fill as hard. You'll say, hey, if you're going to try and beat us, you're going to have to put the ball in the air, but your fullback can have 5 or 8 yards to pop.
Well, now Geneva is going to go to the shotgun. Luptak moves out of the shotgun, drops back, throws it out to the left-hand side, and it is complete on the left-hand side and out of bounds immediately, thrown to Luke Katalichik.
Still doesn't hurt the defense. You can let him have 7 or 8 yards in front of you. You like to keep him in, but you know what? You're going to force this young quarterback for the Geneva Tornadoes to throw the ball, which he's not comfortable doing. So hopefully we can bring a little bit of pressure here and there now and then.
Ball was at the 13. Now it's out to the 19-yard line. 7 yards on the reception. Make it the 12 out to the 19. Dropping back, Luptak. Now steps up into the pocket, rolls out to the right. He's going to keep it across the 20, 25. He's got the first down to the 30, 35. Ooh. He's going to be hit and dropped. Oh, what a hit. Big hit by Peyton Williams. Boy, he came up and lowered the boom on Luptak.
Yes, he did. And the best thing is here, the clock's going to keep running. And now you just got to play good D and keep everything in front of you and don't take any crazy risk.
Ball out to the 36-yard line after the first down run by Luptak. He's going to drop straight back out of the shotgun.
There's a hole in the middle.
And he's going to be hit and dropped again on the sack by Noah Hammond. Out of Brookville, the 6'4 sophomore came in and lowered the boom. That's 2 straight plays. Luptak has been hammered.
Is that J.J. Courtney, number 96, who you didn't see him in the play, but if you're watching, he took 2 O-linemen when he rushed, and that probably freed him up to get a sack.
I'll tell you, this defensive line, for as much as Geneva has thrown the ball or has run the ball today, they have done an outstanding job.
Yes, they have.
Luptak on second down after a loss of 12. He's going to throw the ball, and it is incomplete. And he got hit immediately after throwing the football by Julius Fisher.
Well, unfortunately, Geneva's in a situation, Dave. They got to throw the ball. When you don't practice it, as we were talking a few series ago, you're putting kids in bad spots. So, Mount can tee off and send a backer here and there, like we just said, and that's what they did there, and he took a shot.
Third down, 19 yards to go from their own 27. They've got to get outside the 46 to get a first down. Luptak now under center. This is curious. Right. Now he's going to roll to the right. Looks upfield. Pump fake. Now stops and he's going to be hit and dropped again. He never saw that one coming.
That might do it. Clock running.
And again, it was Hammond.
Wow. 2 big hits in a row.
It's going to be 4th down And about 22 yards to go. Ball back at the 25-yard line.
Well, we'll see what we do here. They may keep bringing pressure because this young man is not used to throwing the ball or rolling, but they're going to punt the ball away.
They're going to punt it away.
Well, you got to tell your guys back deep just to let the ball hit. Tell the linemen don't rush. Just keep your defense on the field, which the Lions are doing. You're getting the ball back, you're going to win the game.
If you're Geneva, are you just worried about the point spread?
I don't know. I didn't bet on them because I'm not allowed.
Well, yeah, I mean, but this is a case where now it's going to be delay a game against Geneva. You're down by 14 points, Bear.
Yes.
41-27. There's a minute 20 to go. If you don't get it, what do you think? The Lions are going to try to go for another score and you lose 48-27?
Yeah, you're 100% correct there, Dave. You got to go for it. You know, I know you're a triple option team and you've been throwing the ball this series, but you got to get something out of that. You're not going to win the game. But I'm with you. I disagree with punt.
Well, you've got to give yourself an opportunity
yes.
to try to win the game.
Yes.
Punt by Geneva, high spiral that Speakman backpedals will take it in at his 33-yard line.
Go down.
He's just going to go down at the 30-yard line.
Smart
One of the
play
few
by
times
him.
you'll see Speakman actually lose yardage on a return.
But a very smart play by that man. You know, he fumbles the ball, they scoop and score, and now they're back in it. He made a correct decision.
So back to the 30, and the Lions will probably just take a knee. Bear, to me, that's just a curious decision by Gino DeMarco. I mean, you got to put your kids in a position to win, don't you?
I agree. That's just mind-boggling. You know, you may not get the first down, but you got to give your kids a chance. And by punting the ball, you're conceding and losing the game anyways. Let your team have a chance. Throw the ball down the field. You never know.
I mean, did they have a dinner date at the Wishbone Tavern, or, did they have to be there by 5? And Tomlin takes the snap, drops back, and he's going to take a knee.
And they called timeout. That makes no sense. I hope they didn't call timeout, did they? To stop the clock?
Well, I think the officials are going to say
that. Yeah, they started it now.
Okay, there they go.
They count it as a sack, I guess, and they stop it briefly. That's crazy.
So now it'll be second down, 13 yards to go. Tomlin in the victory formation. Lions will go to 1-0. This will be their 4th win in a row. Tomlin takes the snap, goes down. Boy, there's a lot of bad blood right now between both lines.
Yeah, you get that defeat on the road. That's not a good taste in your mouth anyways. And then to lose the game like this, turnovers definitely cost Geneva.
Well,
I think we scored 10 off of that.
Gino DeMarco just replaced one condominium with another. He took out Reed McCowan, who's 6'2", 300 pounds, with Alonzo Regna, who's 6'2", 320.
Those are some big boys up front.
And that'll do it. That's the end of your ball game. Your final score in game number 1 of the season. The Mount St. Joseph Lions 41, Geneva 27. Dan and I will be back to wrap things up from Schuler Field after this timeout.
You want to advance your career through education, but you don't want to disrupt family commitments or a busy work schedule. Mount St. Joseph University can help. The Mounts School of Business offers a Master's of Science degree in organizational leadership with face-to-face classes every third Saturday. The MSOL program is a multidisciplinary master's program that focuses on values-based leadership, helping you develop professional knowledge and skills with courses in organizational leadership and business. Learn more at msj.edu/MSOL.
Every day is a great day at the Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza. The Wishbone Tavern still serves the best wings and burgers in town, but now they offer brunch on Saturday and Sunday starting at 10 a.m. And for your next event, use the Wishbone Tavern's party room, capable of holding up to 60 people. Contact Nicole for a reservation. With a menu full of fresh ingredients, hand-breaded appetizers, and a relaxed family-type atmosphere, your good time will begin when you walk in the door. The Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza, a proud member of the community, open Monday through Friday at 11, Saturday and Sunday at 10. Life should be enjoyed, so get up and start. At Iron Sharpens Iron Personal Training, they develop a healthy relationship with you and provide a positive, encouraging environment to train. The staff at Iron Sharpens Iron will set up a personal training system that fits you and you alone, and your first session is free. Are you ready to have fun and get in shape? Iron Sharpens Iron serves the greater Cincinnati area. Check them out at isi-pt.com. That's isi-pt.com. Or call them today at 513-748-1538. Well, a good opening day for the Mount St. Joseph Lions as they win their 4th in a row over a span of 2 seasons. And they go 1-0 in the beginning of the 2019 conference.
And they win it this afternoon by a final score of 41-27 here this afternoon over Geneva. And Bear, we would be amiss if we didn't mention at the end of the game, Gino DeMarco went out, shook hands with Tyler Hopperton, and then went towards the officials and had some things to say. And now he and Gino DeMarco and Tyler Hopperton
doesn't even want to talk to him.
No, Hop wanted to go talk to him, and DeMarco just shooed him away and didn't want to have anything to say to Hop.
Yeah, he did. I don't know what's going on there. I know he went after the officials. Tommy Burns was the head official. I think he's got a little beef with what was going on in the field. But you know what? The Mount just played good, solid football. He's got to be disappointed. His team turned the ball over twice, gave him opportunities to come away with points. He's fortunate at the third quarter when we're inside the 7 there, or on the 7, I should say, we didn't score a touchdown. But he's got a nice team, but, you know, the thing for Geneva, the Tornadoes cannot get outside the Mount defense. Everything had to go up the middle of the field. So when you got one dimension of your game going and not the other one, you're not going to have a lot of success.
Bear, we knew coming into this game, because of the diametrically opposed offensive philosophies that both teams have, that whoever did their job the best was going to win this game. And when you look at what they did, the Mount had 399 yards of total offense, of which 385 of it came from the pass. Meanwhile, you've got Geneva, who had 358 yards of total offense, of which 76 yards of it came from the pass. So the Lions did a better job doing their job than Geneva did doing theirs.
Correct. And, you know, the other glowing thing for me was Geneva, you know, you hate to pinpoint this out, but if you watch the game on film and what I saw here today, their linebackers did not have a very good game. And I don't know why, if they just had a bad game, but every time I looked up, they were blitzing. And, you know, you can't blitz that young man because Tomlin's going to pick you apart. And he did that. And I don't know what his final stats were. But, you know, as we alluded to, he was 15 for 20 coming in the third quarter. And he'll pick you apart. And then when you think you got him, he gets out of your grasp or rolls out, and he gets yardage upfield by running. So, you know, he's a dual threat running and throwing the ball. And for Hop and the Lions, they got to really like that.
Well, to answer your question, Tomlin was 25 of 37 today in passing, 385 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions in the ball game. Cooper Earls, here's what happened to the Lions as far as receiving yards are concerned. 8 different men were targeted today by Tomlin. 8 different men caught passes. Leading the way was Cornell Beecham. He had 6 catches today, Bear, for 81 yards, 41 yards his longest. Then Nick Murphy had 4 catches today for 92 yards and 2 touchdowns. 3 catches going to Cooper Earls, Chase Samples, Trevor Tomey, all 3 of them with 3 catches. 2 catches to Chase Pankey and a touchdown. To Paul Miner, 2 catches and a touchdown. And Michael Williamson, 2 catches here this afternoon. So Tomlin did a great job of maneuvering the football around and picking out different receivers.
Yes, he did. You know, we talked about early on in the broadcast that chemistry on that O-line was going to be big for the Lions. They had it today. I don't know how many sacks we gave up, but they did a great job protecting, giving him time to pick that secondary apart. But you got to give Geneva credit, too. Their O-line was pounding our defense, but we made plays when we needed to. I know they had a lot of yardage on the ground, but they should because they run the triple option. But, again, they did not get outside. And I think when they go up against a team who, you know, is bigger than them, as you said, they bring a lot of big hosses in that O-line. If you got a D-line just as big, they're going to be in trouble. So we'll see what Geneva does from here on out. Obviously, when you beat them and being in our region, you hope they continue to go on now and go 9-1. But, you know, you control what you control, and I think Hop and them will do that. And, you know, they're off next week, and then we'll see what they got, you know, on September 21st.
Well, for Geneva passing, Amos Leptak was 4 of 9 in his first start, 76 yards, no touchdown passes. But Leptak also ran the ball 22 times for 113 yards, and 44 yards was his longest. He had 2 touchdowns. Justin Lowry, 17 carries for 140 yards and 8.2 yards per carry average. His longest was 82, and he had 2 touchdowns today. As you look into the bye week next week and then Anderson coming to town in 2 weeks, Bear, this is going to be a different team defensively against Anderson because of the complexity of the offense that Geneva brought to town today.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do. You know, I don't know how big Anderson's O-line will be. You know, we caught Geneva at the end having to throw the ball. We could blitz a little bit more, and our quickness showed because the O-line couldn't get and slide to protect the quarterback. We'll see. I'm excited for him. I think another big stat that's never going to be on the stat sheet, nobody ever sees it unless you're a coach and paying attention, is no big injuries.
That's the big thing. And they got an opportunity for Michael Williamson to play today.
Yes.
But you could tell he was a little hampered by that ankle.
Correct. So hopefully a week off will, make him even healthier. But you got subs coming in. That's what you need. People who can step up, and they did a great job.
Geneva falls to 0-1. They've lost 8 in a row. The Mount goes to 1-0. They've won 4 in a row. The Mount will be off next week. Back here to town, September 22nd, against Anderson. Bear and I will be back to wrap things up. Lions win it 41-27.
Explore your nursing career options at Mount St. Joseph University. Built upon 90-plus years of experience in nursing, the Mount's nursing programs prepare professional and ethical leaders who promote holistic, evidence-based healthcare practices. The Mount's nursing programs are fully accredited by the Commission of Collegiate Nursing Education. Apply now at msj.edu/apply to begin classes in the fall. Mount St. Joseph University continues to be a proven leader in nursing education. Visit us at msj.edu.
Well, Bear, the last couple of years, the Lions have had the bye week, the last week of the season. Now they've got it week number 2. It's not a bad week to have a bye, is it? Because you can make adjustments to what you had to do from the first game.
Yes, and it gives you a little more time to get prepared for Anderson. Again, as before we went to break, a big thing coming out of here, no injuries. Now you get healthy, as you say. The running backs have time to get healthier. Anybody who has a nagging injury coming in this game can get healthier. But, as Hop said in his interview, it doesn't really matter when you have it. You're going to have a bye week. But coming out of here with a 41-27 win is big for them. And it's ironic, like you said early on, watching the two contrasts of the two offenses that were here, and they both put up over 350 yards. And I just have to give the edge to Tomlin. He played a great game, his first game as a senior here. You could see his leadership on the field, kept his composure when he needed to throw the ball, threw the ball to his man and only where his man can make a catch. He almost had an interception here at the end. The ball got tipped at the line of scrimmage. Fortunately for him, it didn't get picked, and then he goes on to throw a great answering touchdown pass on a boot pass to Paul Miner.
So as we told you, next week the Mount has off. They'll be back in action here in 2 weeks at Schuler Field against Anderson. So next week in the conference, the 1 o'clock game will be Adrian at Hanover. Then at 1:30, Trine goes to Bluffton, and Defiance will be at Hope. At 6 o'clock next week, Albion is at Franklin. Cincinnati Christian plays at Anderson. Alma will be at Manchester, and Rose-Hulman will be at Rhodes. And again, we say Mount St. Joseph will have the week off. So, Bear, not too bad a job today.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Dave. I think I'll come back. If I can go 2-0, I think Hop and them will have me back.
I think they will. Bear, thanks a lot. We also want to thank this afternoon Blake Watson, the athletic director, Steve Radcliffe, of course, the coaches, Tyler Hopperton and Gino DeMarco. To all of the sponsors this afternoon, especially Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers, and to all the fans out there, our thanks to you for listening. For Dan Benjamin, I'm Dave Mitchell, once again reminding you this afternoon's final score. It was Mount St. Joseph 41, Geneva 27, until 2 weeks from today against Anderson here from Schuler Field. Have a good afternoon, everybody. You've been listening to an UltimateSportsTalk.com presentation of Mount St. Joseph University College Football. This game has been brought to you by Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers, and in part by Iron Sharpens Iron, Effin' Good Chicken Tenders, Mount St. Joseph University, Minutemen Staffing in Cincinnati, and the Wishbone Tavern on Delhi Avenue. Join us next time for Mount St. Joseph Lions Sports. This has been an Ultimate Sports Talk Internet radio presentation.
Have you seen Blake?
No.
No. Okay, I didn't know if he came over here or not. I'm gonna make sure that's streamed.
I've not seen him.
Not seeing your mouse either.
Oh, it's right here.
Okay, it stopped. Oh no, it didn't.